Wuntumi Radio 95.9 and Movement Television. So within the Kwaku Dawuro, Ghana fu nyina Dawuro no pay, mama wache emo akwaba enyini sei. Akwaba de ba Wuntumi Radio 95.9 Movement Television so we a movement in the morning the game segment on movement in the morning we did Kwaku Dawuro na pay me etna fisabri ekusi se nondu ebebo na ya soros na fi dwumadi ahodo aka nyina so yetimi ede abramunti wayo waso na watie anopay the bokrata na ba a very interesting story daily guide the bokrata na nimu Sasanto bet me crab wamia, daily guide the Bokrat and animal. You see, all this why I catch them say a year NDC4 Ura John Mahama AG animal and on person we Chief Justice no Eddie Ifriho. Ba woka na enkrofo say men kasa. But as someone committee no shall say trans last week. E shall say some more cano. Enipa involved ni nyina chese Joma ama enye ne NDC4 na abomutimu pose ombeyi maame Gertrude Tokono de afiri na konwa so as Chief Justice na wafa oman no enumum so enye o share headlines about the banner one or say CJ remover Chikata Vamawo represent petitioners enti petitions na akọ so far no papa no di kan efe no title sorry no ono ye speaker of parliament ni lawyer oye NDC ni speaker of parliament honorable Aban Kingsford Sumana Babin ni lawyer no oye NDC ni oye lawyer Emma one of the petitioners edi asoma ko say yenyi Chief Justice no enfan free ho abrante na otosum yinu no ye friend no Oliver Baka Vamawo. Ono so no oye John Mahama. In fact John Mahama ye vice president no. Na oye na advisor. O sign so ebeye oye legal advisor to the vice president. Oye ono so ye obi a oye no NDC a obi anim so no John Mahama ne kona kana. Na no podie o si even atamusi wu ye kra no. Emotional speech a Mahama be kan no ne tro de man no. Eti Mahama ni chochomu chopa any Oliver Baka Vamo. Ono so lawyer Emma one of the petitioners. Then Ura Chachuchi Kata. Ono die I don't even need to say anything about him. Oye NDC ni kesiye. Oye lawyer ni kesiye ma NDC4. In fact in the last election petitioner ekoso was Supreme Court no. Na oye John Dramani Mahama ni lawyer. And of course Supreme Court at the man no. And in that Supreme Court election petition no only Maame Tokono enya a lot of banters on legal procedures this animal no. If you want to Maame no to enti hwe lawyer fo a petitions are frivolous petitions are according to mo share actually no NDC for lawyer NDC lawyers Speaker of Parliament lawyer and John Mahama lawyer and advisor Sankro for me saying na enso NDC4 when no one church they say Maame Gertrude Esaba Tokonu yenyini fia konwa so as Chief Justice at the Republic of Ghana. No wonder Senado na metie Justice Srimsai our Deputy Attorney General na or describe Maame say oye outgone Chief Justice inti de ni asante me da say so we Ghana ni na wutie na wo hwe yan who say John Mahama any NDC4 abomutimu pose ekwan bia so maame ne de Ombayina free or obina can the bluff or say or gonna. Nothing, there's nothing that can nothing can save Mameno. In fact, I side with Professor Aaron Michael Quay, say or can say Mameno Krebe ye cranka, money appear before the committee and can resign na onya kunyanama Mahama. Na your person do money ye biano, no for mining. That is the state of our democracy. Baby a Ghana ababe do and so sa issue no edaho. Then now we are told say John Dramani Mahama. Ninia penny a friend say Alfred Mahama. Yes, say or ye neck deep in the Galamsey issues. Teniye pa John Mahama, one of the two sir or usually tia kufuadra buying emi etu abaying guye was Galamsey issues. Obankanya na ose Oliver Vama onumachi abaye press conference abaye demonstrations abaye portrait Kafui Day of GTV okuja to ablakwanom na omakosa esuo aye fin de gubo tumu say na hu de abesi TV so say Kafui Day GTV national television da bia na Kafui Day akosansuo we ye pra we ye brem we ye ankobra we ye say na esinanim na ode propaganda and then this win ye Kafui Day ajansuo ne sa on fansuo ni CTV so bi na no ni ade anomo ye mudi tia na na Akufo-Addo aban na John Mahama share bo say wo ba Galamsey no betu ase ofiri ofa na odu asoma Kwaku bu ahe ene oru atoni obe no makura ase omokodu anu mo say hey MPP for ko Galamsey on person mo juma no aduane mo ntoma yen ye ba ye de e mamatu eda mo beti say ye winia pe mo nkotu ampani ampa ene Galamsey ati say we are told say there's one guy friend of Prince Keja ewo achim saman ebe osino na udu hono mo a wa wonim mpotem ho no achim sama osino abompe dwina se sampotem ho nyina wa wonim ho bia no wonim the kind of devastation na akwekoso ewo sampotem ho eba say ye di Galamsey ese asase a media minimo nyina have been there. Yes, Prince Keja no na shase now no Eastern regions national security for chain excavators were 5 any other mining equipment I mean the bank crime. Yes, say omo the pressure to national security coordinator na so DCOP Osman say on release excavators no and some farmer branch no na onipa o decide na nim Ura Mahama ni nua penny Alfred Mahama na say Prince Keja no catch on pin say excavators are muji enkosi because my boss any Alfred Mahama Ejoman penny Mahama ni nua Alfred Mahama and na ono na Galamsey campaign our search na oye illegal mining according to Prince Keja. Etukwa osino abompe dwena se saman ene potem ho nyina de a jampumani ne honum nyina de a wa asase a wasai ene nsu a wasai ko ne yafuntum asase a ehu ne nyina se na ye John Mahama nnua no Alfred Mahama ene o hye na se ena odi se adwuma no na wei na Martin Kpebu ene ora kenashigbe se omonte ye isane otan soronko a omwo ma chema wuntumi nti for years ni chema wuntumi enye anything mining ewo sa samana boy important ho but they are still calling on government say on prosecute chema wuntumi and pay daily graphic anymore I have to bet to me am daily graphic ewo daily graphic anymore and one of the people I think Chronicles unya Chronicles so fatu Chronicles so na chefo he Martin Kpebu ene kenashigbe edi wuntumi aye target say kwan bia so no ese say edi wuntumi ko gina court for what but enipa aye mining in fact enrai NDCMP from Memphis Central Honorable Nicholas Amankwa also ne constituency soldier for ko operations are all stop yomo ye ho NDCMP a win oye involved in the Galamsey issues Martin Kpebu se onte Kanashigbe se onte but osane otan soronko a omo woma MPP for any wuntumi nti they are pushing say yefa wuntumi enkogina emra no so enie the Bokata Chronicle no dey government afraid of prosecuting akonta mining and obisa say government afraid of prosecuting akonta mining eti we Martin Kpebu any Kanashigbe and the secretary we are now the for graphic episode so ade omu ye nyina ne say ye incite the government against Chairman Wontumi because omu wo otan sonko edema Chairman Wontumi e wo otan sonko edema MPP but ene aba say Chairman e friend say John Dramani Mahama ni nua Alfred Mahama e hyase no watch me the custodian aba custodian carry his story no a wo hyase a oya Galamsey na ye sense ase no eno de betimi ashobo say enya ade amati pebu bete enya ade a kanasibe obete because omo wo tan sonko e de magana na emfa say ntrase na ye de say ntrase a na so man be yi a na eto jiara enti ensam no do so anopai na da sebre aba godin so ebekan ho na ye de nyina e de abro anopai ye live on Facebook, ye live on YouTube, ye live on Facebook, kwa a Movement TV on Facebook, Movement TV on YouTube. Shannon Suma me say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewa manone na wakasa ewo emiamia hodo bebre na Ghana fo ahunu say Bawumia na dwunum abobbe Bawumia adwunum abobbe onimnyansa onimdie utan okwadu a obeyi na America enti ehu weekend yi empanifo a na fei omo etan okwaduro no mu yi na America. Look, you can hate Bawumia, you can hate MPP, but ni knowledge any nimdia on there oye hu bibi a enye yie wa ben Bawumia no wa ben na me hu say nkrofo ti bonkosofo bi eti social media so bi say onim sa na ma we nyina ade a ade no wanfa amwo akufara ban ma ban na anye yi kona kohwe abre a MPP ba ban mu a na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o ye adwuma na ode eboa the finance minister no ko hesa na economy minister e known fact obeka no bi aka say I wo utro na akufara under the bus ba ye nyina anim. So at a point in time, na honorable Kenofurata na so ayedin. A open secret. Open secret. So person who Bawumia Juma. There are few policies about Bawumia champion here. In fact, want me and segregating Bawumia and Fia Banimu. Now can so be credited with the good things. Now negative no why you never from. Till do baby na ayedin. But let me give you one typical example. Mobile money, the home mobile money system. Look, mobile money, and MPP buy, but MPP buy no. Bawumia a champion at the ABF friend mobile money interoperability. And before saying MPP buy mono, Bawumia can say this why who say every Ghanaian who own an account, a bank account. And Crawford can say any possible. So they insulted him. Oba ye pe and or say or the idea be a friend mobile money interoperability eba. And the mobile money interoperability no nearby say the idea be a friend financial inclusion eba. So that every Ghanaian living everywhere na a party be. Even your bank account. Abusia, my mention the effect of some mobile money interoperability no. And Oba you know even now Mahama a year to say or the $4.5 billion and a ebeye mobile money interoperability. John Mahmoud Bawumia buy no. That's what I'm saying. A 4.1.
But John Mahama did 1.2 billion and kebe.
1.2 billion dollars. 4.5 million and ebeye. 5 million. Not Mahama said or the 1.2 billion dollars and ebeye mobile money interoperability. Bawumia de 1.5 million, 4.5 million and a year. And in fact, Bawumia mobile money interoperability no a year advance. In fact, Africa now I think apart from one country no ubia nyibida. And now ubetimi transfer sika from your bank account to your mobile money, from your mobile money to your bank account and to other networks, which wasn't the case. My main sure the quantum of money a mobile money transaction in CCR. And a permanent say as at December 2024, na mobile money transaction no 334.8 billion Ghana cedis. 334.4 billion Ghana cedis. That is the quantum of money a mobile money so. Now what cut transactions are a course so in 2024 eye maku 745 million 745 million mobile money transactions and the course of Ghana last year. Now, at a quantum of 334.8 billion Ghana cedis. Now, Osha says the mobile money interoperability no, and no transactions course no, 19 million. That is from MTN to Telecel, from Telecel to Tigo, and no transactions no, about 19 million. I know some the words about 2.8 billion Ghana cedis. And only the kind of transactions are across Ghana. In fact, what far checks? In fact, I didn't even know. Say, and Crawford to me clear check through mobile money. I didn't even know. But the quantum of checks I clear, 38 billion Ghana cedis. 38 billion Ghana cedis. Transactions do no 506,000. Checks I clear through mobile money. And now mobile money transactions no do also say check any interbank transactions. And that is how come Ghana Nibia a bank account, because say who operate a mobile money account it's a bank account, because we bet me a transfer secure from at the core bank account. No be so transfer secure bank account at the about Momo account. So as simple as that. Today we are looking at over 71.9 million mobile money active mobile money accounts. Registered Momo account in Ghana no 71.9 million. Wow. Ghana population yes saying. But active ones year Juma day to day every day no about 23.3 million. 23.3 million active Momo account and Ghana. And nothing ne ubitimi to etua all transactions at everywhere biano, and that is the work of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I will not even talk about 872,000 workers and no money agent and my mobile money agent. And you can imagine mobile money agent I could do about 872,000. And financial inclusion I know Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekano and no Ghana ekono ama ene ewiase ene abrabo aye easy. Before so Dr. Bawumia bekono ni yetimi asynchronize all medical facilities from region to ayi enti na ofi transfer ofi ekofodo na do ba kolebu a won fa folder enka ho ukura card ketu ebit sese ubedu ya pe ye ball card number shemu a na details nyina ba. That is the kind of system na Mahmoud Bawumia epese wo pre sa system no enya sama fumata de agu mi kon se me kodi atemu dabi na 2010 and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia etro sa de no ho ade de to ho na no Sam George ekogina ehefa ko eko fly drone ba ko a na ni agina wo hurihuri so wetimi a fly drone no ni pa na do drone ne bae no na wo Sam George na wo di natem oni pa di drone e bae no kwana ko hwe millions of medical delivery Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia drone no etimi eyeye eti Dr. Bawumia enam ba bia enkrofo hu ebona ba so eka se oreyi e ba se nimdie eni adwen foforo ye de bi dia on ne wu ni tirimu. And that is the kind of nipa ye person be bo na Ghana yetimi ebu omen na yedane omen eni da sebre na come get so say no wadu made na meeting free da sebre Dawuro eni memu to say
awade adaruma eni memu ye
ere yankopon ase
na me bia du ha na edie yenti yanchia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne
yes
Ajia Samira Bawumia omo UK echia omo enchia na do dan Kwaku Fuado ne ye ma me Rebecca Kufuado
so wadum no
ene former president John Ejim Kufuor and so echia na no pay yanchia osahene Kwame na afenyo marking ene ne deputy ne ma me Patricia Piaje ene manoti kokosa omo ewo parliament nyina Professor Kinsley Nyako echeche mu nyina nti bia ohwe tie yen ye manachi na no pay na yeda na senso se o madaruma bibia no omo ni yeko ni omo ni ye eba ti ye ni gidi omo ye maye no na ensem ne bebri se afi na godon aba nti my mama for say the late coordinator Sarvidi enti ensem na wakan se obi se Dr. Bawumia awunim se nyansa we nyina ankode bo ane president nipa o kansa em so onye normal ankasa Because in the history of this country, and then in the history of the Fourth Republic, in the history of Ghana, Vice President BA Niwa, one timi at the policies ni programs abwa the president said Dr. Baumia e bin si ye e wo man yabakosemu Vice President BA ni ho enti se enne wakwa abrochire na manfo obo na baso na oti Ghana na yese wonimu enyu anko de boa the president ya wonimu ne wo ka eye tanhunu ne anibere ani baye na yewo eni ntina akeka sa awse ma wo ka no ba una wo ka no nipa wo tan kodu ya ne milika de wo ye de ne abeyi eba milika wo ye de ne abeyi wo tan Dr. Baumia said den eba nyansa eni adwene ya untono ti enho na Galamsey asma na wo ka Dawuro semetna sia na hwe ne yekoso ne ya na asofo a omo maachi Ghana ha eti ekufado na ba Galamsey no mo ye mmobo I ask myself say om di nyame bible na ye adwuma om ye nyame asofo ana om ye nipa asofo se wo ka asofo na om maachi o Ghana ha eti ekufado na ban because of Galamsey no ho a enne kobom pa ye se twedi amponyankopon so mfa bone nchew na wadi nyame hwamo wagu nyame ani mu ase because wa anya adwuma na nyame so ma se beye no se wo ye nyame sofo a ade enye at all times nyose bire bi ye na bire bi di enye enti se Akufo-Addo time na ye sofo hunu se Galamsey nya ade na John Mahama time de wa hunu se ye de be na asesa ahemfo a Akufo-Addo time hunu se Galamsey nye no de na John Mahama ba de Galamsey aya de papa academia nimdifo a yase mo atu anwoma mo abo odwa anwoma ne sibon anwoma ne ye keka ho am hunu se Akufo-Addo time na Galamsey nye ene de adai na Galamsey na yeyi civil society organizations ne de omo de da baby omkra de yenkoma asem na se wuti wiase na se wo se o nka no kra ma wo yu nya na wo de ho ya ne anibere ne otan ebedi sofo wo de ho ya ne anibere ne otan bedi hene wo de ho ya ne anibere ne otan beti civil society organization anu wiase no ebe ye kese Bible si paimu ka no kra bre sene bre nsem to se mo ye nyame asofo a mo maachi those days no eti Galamsey ne mo ye anumu a dua na ba na edi hunu dua kro we hia se mo nya nyame asofo mo ye nipa asofo mo ni mbegu ase because mo de ho abobo nsam
godo maachi
ye na minya
bia bokodi
nyame adum ahode o se we can easily buy him ho
yeah
ne ma no doso ne ma no
adwuma no anodin adwuma no anodin pa
na adwuma nyina na popo waye
adwuma no anodin anopai mami nchia oyeka adwuma mami hia minchia me teacher baako e friend se Kwadwo Bosompem amoa na ye de ne ye friend enwi na mudjo a friend sen lala so aha na your friend Lalas because time I school no will be na a weekend me few months I may bend drano me do baby I base wo assurance one do assurance one na me show mami nkotu meko kakra bi na me nya nti me ya me dan me ho na me hu se papa bi gira ho a oni obi di nkomo na me se me hwe pa na me ni me so Lalas a na gira ho nti me kon nchen ekotia no ti onu so no kwasem enije pa o se da bia ohwe da bia ohwe wo ha na oni me number na wa frame na wa chia me na aboma baso nti endura me koshia no me so me hu no manije na ono so na enije pa say your time there ne bomba o nti enye na ye bomba nti say a man no muchae no who said the man na anyekwa nti say Lalas no pay a very good morning to you me chia papa me chia na still strong teacher for ya mo ahodin o mo hwe mo yi
me dem teacher ni a wo na ye me ya
nti we di onwu ye we kro gusu wo service onwu ye nti owo sisiam owo mampon presec so say man prosec na nyam legon de no amampone wo kwan no ho pe no aha nti selala sanopai a very good morning to you na yes teacher ba kwefe no say Swansea also on the other side say on this ni e say Swansea anopai ya obi aso mechia mo na cross the carpet no be this side aha ene mu nyina nti selala sanopai very good morning to you ene ebusuafo nyina godon nti yaba weekend there na ano ohye
yenche teacher
yeah
yenche teacher
for ya me see teacher ni na wo ndie me ya oh na if you say we me teacher na ntwe first na papa no da
oh sir
the count na go down
and me Mr. Furi
Mr. Furi you be that
yeah
atwere
na first na ayi bi wo ho teacher na say me hu bi if you can read this thank you teacher
yeah
because the teacher go ya say me say the hu bi
be say you
teacher for there ya na ya say aketona na wo form still na ba mo modiana omumpijam emma obna
nyami shrom
ampipi abakra na abo mu kakra na nye kra
still na no da so fu da modiana fa ka enka
nyami shrom pa
oh no ma ya de say go fu hwe say wa kasa woni oba ono bat na fi bia just be 8 hours ano afọba no pa ko sie ewia be tu ko ba hwe
o chere na
no o chere de no hu a ya hwe ya o de ahomete be twa de kutuna
ba be hwa akra ya wo chere de o hwa wo bra wo timi ni na o be ko so abi no wo constructive of ka de sei ntino na ko enso mu ni na wa ko ka se bi fa timupa NDC for led by John Dramani Mahama, then NDC flag bearer, and NDC national chairman, Johnson Sibu Ketia. A pa of a ballroom team, as I can appointing, say, TV justice be already, only a Juma in ye. It was a bar say, or more asset in motion, the vehicle to outside. Mena and said that. But the name of one saying go for one was at this air also. Because I just somebody say with him, Omo can abonti on several occasions. Said the beginning. Aku asam na yakoso na obi a pe Ghana man yi bia no. Ese otimi so kasa. Hwe Mrs. Saloto say. Na wo ye electoral commission chairperson. Oya omo say oh na kufu alo epamon no eti adan na we su president Mahama person pam chief justice want me pam but chief justice any chairperson of the electoral commission omo nyepe omo nyepe omo status no enyepe eti ye careful kakra wala say do wuni ma fine in the case of Mrs. Charlotte was saying omo and started omo ntokwa e electoral commission enti zakaka se mu akaba say omo ane so omo eyi
amaso omo kura ko bo no fi yase omo man
amaso omo man e ko bo no fi yase e ko bo no fi yase eti omo Mrs. Charlotte was na de omo ne nkofo e ko yoku so omo discuss and accusations upon counter accusations but one day met me decide documents ni na ba me read what ni na wase and na omo to petition and ko do ma penyen they also what year we come chief justice according to Ghana constitution chief justice so share here no petition no Kwaku na me na bro be 20 different claims o but chief justice ne share here na was it there be we there be entasumu we entasumu and that will be correcting me say insu nyina mu no ma me nka na me ka say entasumu bebre entasumu
ba insu nyina mu nso say nye because somebody can say it doesn't hold water.
But you know, what's the literal, translation? Because it's really nemon. If you guys say enthusiasm, okay, you mati. Enti, me ye. Chief Justice they share claims and allegations against them chairperson of the Electoral Commission. And those who buruja, why are not see there be way yet enthusiasm, we enthusiasm. Enti, one should share ye be free man by 5 charges. Against Mrs. Saloto. And what so crack and come Mrs. Saloto say, and your face is a full moving, and your dear bro say, where you want ya no my you know you want by a establish a private facility case on these 5 cases or 5 charges. Kwaku, And then in the case of Mrs. Tokunu, petitions upon petitions, 20, 15, 5, 2. And what the hell as they say, Mamma answer. All of them have they established prima facie case on all the allegations against the woman? There be. And once you are a test, you state to the above one, they say, President has established prima facie case against it, it is suspended. On which one? On which of the allegations? Mommy, no, Mammy will say, and number 5, and number 10. Okay, 25 charges. You're sitting now, or may establish prima facie case against it. No way. Now, Kwaku, someone now who can't almost salary as I send be a woman. Before me pass you, say I am the last car say, Mr. Justice get to Tokunu.
Yes.
Ne wafa, and they retired to Aqua. Yeah, and this is
yeah.
Kwaku and command media question. Say, and this PNDC time, my soldier for offer Kukunu. Now, Mrs. get to Tokunu, not a young girl.
Okay.
No one in our vanity.
No, I see.
And yes, if I know of a nickel, what no, I didn't.
On the tin of Mokofan and I don't
know.
You know, people say, and this is for person Kuma, man, wow. They said you come. Yes, come near Offano.
Yes, Madam, because my young researcher now, and Ranajo. Metia say me who dream, my mobile as a bomb payman. She may even need a psychologist. What the Omokoya citizens no a war Castle Road. Maybe a old castle as we park one. A dead would be so almost opposite as we park. And you found a do lodge. Sad dine now and then almost committing a city or honor. Sad dine one NDC operatives. Extra mobile Echo Kum Justice Aqua.
Wow.
A dine one, sad dine on and net, your citizens never cost one. The same building. And now, and PNDC for etnasi, a ball per se, Yanko Justice Major Aqua, Yanko Kum a friend saying. Mrs. Lacrant.
Now, Mamma, no one course I continue be Denny BC. I saw a sign.
What that is what resigning?
Oh, now, I don't know your mamma for my name.
No, I think she has to fight on. I never brave, I could be abba. What can I say? Judge be. Yeah, or baby as and bad in him. Or the judge or judge no banner could die. With the measure. The fed just the same. And then what no somebody she say, Yenny by Minady, I didn't try. My men and my pamon said, Judge, I will be our bass my bow with him. Now no banner could die. Judge,
say, we are so said
that remember. At the end, one of sap judge, no. One no see a need justice token ready because as someone buy, you know. Yeah, former Chief Justice, just a near one. Almost started processing in a year. A Brahma meet a Mr. Kunuba, you know. Reporting now, yeah, one investigation. The report said, you have to be relieved of your position.
Send a make I told you, so I have Papanati fee. Now, G, which is some question, some swear. I could have also know the question anymore. Because I could never come across some chill and what you have to. And if you're in an area to be also then come across some chill. Nanka, we a petition to call Emma President. But could be a can almost say. Let me just matter. Say what the housing allowance are. Any say what G. What commission men no quick. Now, remember, any just. Judge the former Kwaku 50 and a system now so me a mistake it my wom and take train na sister just you try with mom you didn't deserve it it's refund it omo na refund omo dey interestingly yes mama na dey unity and nipa Owura Hammer I nominate wo say omo nko Supreme Court so say no e bi ka ho in fact justice first say Jamefe o ka ho. And so,
yes, me when you see sky were funding, I have it. And to mind careful, not the kind of worms is open that we may not survive.
Me say, Adina will be a name, say NDC for and a person omuyima mini free ho.
Yeah,
and no mabo mutimu po say, Ombeko Wim Abakrumbe in a free. as o de something for daily guide network hwe na ya for ekoye baka vomo ene chachuchi kata so mo no mo ye eyi e fa ne sen mame hwe ni yim
na sorry
fa ne sen I me person me ha shining star say shining star for the petition ekoye me ba e could be group ni me e from shining star no sa baka vomo no ene lawyer for Daniel Ofori no
okay
ena shining star de no so no chachuchi kata ene title sorry omo no mo ye lawyers for shining star or shining star of Ghana enti no ena ba kono police ni retired de ono so no abe representing ho enti ono an ye
so no lawyer
ono an representing ho ba chachuchi kata ene title sorry ene komutibu ma na me nwa hakra se sa petition ya ko enti chachuchi kata na title so na cho sa petition no
omo are search Kwaku
ena ne omutimi tro no
yes I didn't be o
ena
you are going to draw
and see chachuchi kata aye John Mahama lawyer
yes
election petition 2012 and 2021 nyina no na Mahama ona Mahama lawyer title sorry na speaker of parliament lawyer ena ono so speaker of parliament in Sembia e call supreme court eni niema bi oya ya wanyini ya ma mini di asem nyina no kese eye gbaben ya ena wo so akohye akiri baka former woyi ono so legal advisor e de John Mahama in fact na no mehu say e make rounds so say atamils wuye no John Mahama speech o kan e kron na troye
sir
yes
oh when we yade
ejo John Mahama ne twetwo mutwo enti hwemu a eye clear NDC agenda say they will get rid of the woman tira me ka say no say na ye school ni bi okwa examination more practice na onim say examination more practice na waye no ya no mbe yi nadi ye friend academic board o ma hia so otwodi ena ono ama ne sa no say minim say ti bia mbe yi medi me metra ma mu mejojo mi kase mu ma school mejai ena so refi amonte I woko because onim say sa particular university there me say the type of examination more practice am I no ya na ebe yi medi njo ko otioma nim di ohwe omo a so say aja no we a mo me metra ma mo mejojo me ya na be medi entimi a school me jai
I sack myself
yes sorry fan bag we pia bonten asem bia ni ho
any school nkwan be lipa
entimi no ma me no mabo mutirim po say set bi on be den on be yi na di entimi de ebe yi a akon on fa nya adwuma no ma John Mahama ba se na go no kan for ayi posterity any saying that asemuti onyai onkoto enko na Ghana fo nyina hu se ampa said the NDC for PNDC ni NDC for kun no ofa no ono so mba yi o ma hangi na odua so mu bi ehu na obi anso so ehu but ayi NDC ayi financial analyst bi no
panya
ayi se na no afi okokuma se ba ya wo su se budum so no ai ese for kokuma se a abetan kan na no dem se asante man say na moten no kanea no o se ohun bida o se ohun bida ni ko hu kumase no ohun bida kanea o se edum kanea tse dia ye fa se duru no o mu dum ne saa ma
eso ana
dum tse enna kwa ne se we edum so ahyase
mon frère man hene no kan akosem nkyere mo
ha o se ka dum so the type of dum so a okohu ye ewo ho no enya asem kito na mi usa papa no ba kodi aba se NDC MPC bi anso anu demu so mko nsuasia na se ebo mu tutu na mi so okay enya mo mu tutu ya mo be hunu no
adwuma no ya no mu fi se ya de kasatenten na ya adwuma John Jinapo atu opposition na no chabe wona wiase nyansa nyina wanim efa energy ho ya de adwuma no hye won sa afredie wo na wo ye no na wo to ha na wo tinsuo won sa woni a wo mo be ye no wo mo aye adwumaden pa ebi ni sa akwawe ya okasati ananado no lands minister no wo you the whole country 16 regions enipa over 30 million ahye nipa ba konsa ohwe nkania ohwe nsuo ohwe hospital ohwe school ohwe nyina so waye adwuma 8 years ama obi anim se na nado na Kwaku Fuado amamu abebuo die e du twem obekra Ghana fo akwa na adi ni parliament na adi na tem ama Kofi Bua ye ma just one ministry ba ko pe lands and natural resources want me have no abemi mu a wonim ti saka motobiti ayi incentive for na wusu
or say you are not empowering an 8-hour economy but promising 24-hour economy. Professor Bokpin on energy sector failures. That year, economist Professor Godfred Alufa Bokpin has cast doubt on the National Democratic Congress NDC's 24-hour economic proposal, calling it unrealistic in light of the ongoing energy challenges. Speaking on Newsfile on Saturday, May 17, he said the country cannot even sustain a reliable 8-hour energy cycle, yet politicians are promising a 24-hour system. You are not even getting, a quotation, I quote, you are not even getting power for your 8-hour economic cycle that we are running, and you are talking about 24-hour economy. He said he described the state of Ghana's energy sector as one of the biggest threats to economic stability. Apart from irresponsible mining, including illegal mining, what causes me sleepless nights in the energy sector? What causes me sleepless night is the energy sector, he said. We have seen what both major political parties have done, and we are now at a stage where politicians doesn't help. According to him, the electricity company of Ghana is recording distribution losses of around 40%. Blah blah blah. No, the twat no the echo. And you see, I have said many Professor Bokpin no more problem no. Where Professor Bokpin? Ekufuado no mo aban mu no. Yet kwa mo fa so etwe Ekufuado na ban abo so say economy ayesi. But during the economic challenges, any global crisis no, the Nana Akufo-Addo led administration was able to put our light on for 8 years. 8 good years. In fact, latter part of the year of the Nana Akufo-Addo government, you know, and who Niana Pofren Dum CSC. We saw all of you Sena Muko haywire against the government. And then NDC ababemu Bosumi numuni ya urei. Kani ano ayese oba krasini ya ojina high hill so ontimi nyina so.
Oturi na no ohwe ase.
Oturi na no ohwe ase. Se oba krasini ya ojina high hill so. San NDC fo aye kani ano. Professor Bokpin wakokuma ase. So think na high. Okodu kumase ni edum kane ani edum na oba na okasa ho asamo a hwe NDC fo anim na ka kire wo mo and can say politicians any political parties because MPP ba ban mu no na kane asiso. In fact, during the NDC era, it's a for of University of Ghana a research can say every day na small and medium scale enterprises lose $2 million a day. $2 million due to them so. And can you imagine that say abria COVID buy na COVID echi ahochire buy no na can you who Ghana for the bay adwuma. At every point in time a Ghana economic crisis ma yakọ IMF bia na nya dum so Rollins Bresu ibisie Kufo Bresu ibisie John Mahama 1 ibisie eye only under Kufuado ene ba womia ene nya economic crisis a yakọ IMF a ya hunu dum so na ba ba mu a Penny Awosi eye. Asante Pacho, the Bokrata who don't be edum so once and by. Publishman no pay, na yesha senior musi eka. Enti Professor Bokpin, so what catch NDC for say 8 hours the cromon to me so can they should not think about 24 hours, sir. Look at them in the face and tell them FNP for and France mimu. Because Ghana for any say NPP for 8 minute caniano ejina so 24 hours, sir. For 4 years na also asante team pato yefa the 8 years me say 4 years 8 years yes yefa the bonkrata na obetimi the new publisher the bonkrata no asase na new publisher no that's why said that when you ha ahanti fa new publisher no na kire ye NDC MPs no a ye say omo esu no bobodi kire me
abet tete nyakote
Abetete nakote ewo Yilo Krobo. constituency on the year MP or say okay Dumso is back. Fear grips NDC MPs.
Into Albert
Tete Nakote. Oh yeah, Yilo Krobo in the Eastern region.
Yawo, Gumado,
Akan constituency in the OT region.
Emma Richard Kwame Sefe. Kwame Sefe.
And yes, if I dear.
Baby, SCFE.
Okay. Okay, Anglo constituency. Okay, the NDC MPs in the Goosey. Now, almost the same.
Dumso is back.
And my constituency for a trauma. Say, Mama, economy near I am say. Wow. I
say the concerned parliamentarians have therefore urged the government and power sector agencies to act swiftly and decisively to end the crippling electricity disruptions.
As I patrol the Ghanaian publisher, also the Dumso Wasem Ebai. The Ghanaian publisher, also the Dumso Wasem Ebai. And all the Ghanaian publisher and my ensure na yehu say on also said you see a reporty Dumso Asemno is a fire. Aha, and tini abu on John Japon and my Miss Wayako. Or say, we papa, and when you ente. I don't know.
All position said you will seek over tracing or Cassa. I say, yes, you know, I wanna, or Yan Senor Tosso. I feel you have your way when
I feel it.
As I Yabun Napesioso.
If don't Japo, I am very powerful. I say, well, who now to say, I quite weak.
Set on one in some of
and I quite
what is happening to happen?
Oh, me,
boy.
Me boy,
what I say? And we done that
when you are Bibia. And we done it was a deputy minister. But I said what he found. I feel the minister no matter. Oh, yeah.
But it's a don't even a good party.
And yes, you go have no 12. Now, if you were easily gone, oh, sir, school be now. Oh, far, okay, all right. So a 12 year old there, I want to know minimum sort.
So he's still within the within. But he was a couple before. Oh, that you were quickly go over before. And ye, why is our top?
Why, yes, you go to me, the Akijano.
I tell this for you, womb. Say, Mamma to do so. Number one,
created doom so within 2 months.
And this is for say. Galamsey number 3.
To a Jamotion
you. MPP by Galamsey, one by different, one by Galamsey. And MPP for the Kumbia, but number 2. And then Ambassador Babatoso. I feel ye, I am okay.
As I there's another paper, friend, the Ghanaian point. Now, and also so, doom so, Bibisha, Bosa John Janapo. Omuri phone ya shase o watoba isi yes I so adabiriju obi a we energy management who adabiriju
Dr. Caesar them about adabiriju all ministries
sakasa no
all ministries
departments and agencies
will pay their electricity bills.
What the Ghanaian point man
now we asem fufuro. All ministries, departments, and agencies will pay their electricity bills. When did they can to Ghana?
That's what so
much. I say we can.
Sir, you Nana Kufu Adro ne ba omi abaye no. Oma public schools enyina no muntua. Na omo baye no, omo de omo san ahye. Na omo abaye omo agege omo esika e de free omo ho. Okay, Asante Pacho, the Republic Press.
Yes.
The Republic Press managing editor Kwesi Frimpong anopay Batman yeah Batman to boom say
Batman na ti kwaso obi anim
Batman ni
Batman we sin so man san wa ha
Batman 20 gram on the tefu
December head
I say on the bad or the buy no or say Accra flash again and all be drew home but the other one is shown or say blackout Also then blackout backlash. Ghanaian demand end to doom so.
Blackout backlash. Ghanaians demand end to doom so.
Nti afedi ya bre.
Nana we yi amanye na said na yesi abre ah
correct auntie almost all doom ni kania
was 40 times is
43 times na no kwa abo achewa yi adom so be kan se ne ho on the person ni makra asa be worth 20,000 or so enti doom so ne de obetimi aka se doom so mai ba Ghana for etim no feeling him say doom so eden aba doom so aba e ho afi asante fa graphic bra na yenhwe na minister no eka wo daily graphic ne nim na menka se mi enfa enkyerem daily graphic ene kese pa anopei aba kese pa minister no eka bibi elefa dumso no eho na yenhwe sedia oka ensem no ha enti ofa daily graphic a gono won say all this one no ya ka kiro mo say dumso issue no financial
financial
senia babu mia eka ye no say dumso issue no sikasem there's one ma asante graphic I mean just in how me too
okofejuma beto asante
asante I'll feel you but that's where who graphic ho hwe mami okay mami nye asante patoma sendo video bi ebedi hu juma sisi na enye hu juma okay. All right, asante nya graphic. So asante the graphic better so am na yenhwe. But see graphic dum so no sikasam o.
Na kan dey.
Ron. Aban sikasam.
Sisi wana e bi ansay.
What's a car power for some be you on the chum on my
sikasam.
Really asogrifo.
And almost must small boy.
Asogri wa mu chef
no cause for alarm. Over power 450,000 barrels light crude oil in okay. Energy minister na oka so if you ask na all shebo say energy ba but you see a crude oil ba but you see abria na kufaru wa ben mu no na crude oil auto with ease asembi ma
oh yantekura yatisa atok ayi ya ben yatisa omuko akoto crude oil ba
but no I refer to tape bi a jonjena po tape na something patch just 57 seconds
Kwaku abudina for me suspecting
John Jinapo
sorry Jinapo ne niema ni statement we making in suspicious and right no one and right ya obeka okay aka 2.6 days
ona me say ma membo tape ni wie
afi no cause of alarm
asante membo tape ni wie
what a good leader does is that when the people of Ghana vote for you, your duty is to go nagging, your duty is not to go whining. Your duty is to focus on the problem and deal with the challenge.
A few moments later.
Car Power has just sent us a letter that by 18th, they will shut down the plant because we owe them more than $400 million. IPPs alone, we owe them $1.7 billion. And so it's serious. I must be frank with you, Chairman. Today, as I sit here, this morning, my headache is how to get the next parcel of liquid fuel. The fuel we have to take us 2.6 days. We've placed order for fuel, but it has to be paid. We've procured some fuel on credit and working with the Ministry of Finance to pay. But the truth is that the Ministry of Finance also has its limits.
All right. Inti we John Jinapo goronti na message to boas na asemi nyina ene wo tape ni mu no. Aha inti wa hunu oka.
Vim na kasa first.
Oh, Vim first tape na e born was in opposition.
And Vim
aban de ye to amama wa ense kanea no uso siso
adwuma no be ye problem no be so angry man e bi no
that is na ahwadi wom
na o twantro afi no abada bridge
aha o se se akasa
afi wadwojo awu
lem
Georgina po na adwudwu sei
Kwaku ye teyi na etiesi e bia wo be so fu o ka akra no e ba na direct ba won mi se wudru malata obotofu
sa
scan wo
obotom
se wudru malata obotofu e direct ba obeti de wudru malata
yes
adai na ye se obi bi yare na befa no de won ko ba bia ya wunya akọ no wutiri ka chọ mo se mefu akwa direct o etimi ma nse wo create fear and panic
who was ka nyama so dinu ka
wo say
boko akotobi
do malata tobi unda wo ni say fuwa we beba 450,000 deben ebeba over the weekend 2.6 days na
we do better Ghana
we do say mo ya fanye den
now we have 5 hours
yes this asem no fanye den because why was say ade na beba eba weekend and na was ya be because you are acting as if you say not there was no panacea in sight as if you say 2.6 days come calculate it say
2.6
to 48 hours now I know this is
na nu ni fa
you see the moment I back asem say pelo what create fear
because obi o use electricity and dey yen adwuma bia no akofa ha beto no
ka say enkofo kra o maburo ebia ye say obi afro di gu so kwa no oba pre no ho ayi da konikeri ka so
ana say be say
adwefo remu ye say o ma nkofo apanike me wa wo se woni mi say for the over the weekend why do you act recklessly like that
say who American say opposition and now say abem first na no ye deputy minister na obi na ye adwuma odidi na chi no na o dwane num eni ade adwuma no ma wo no say ene de wa na so betumi aye ye me hwe no na wie no
so we kasa difference
fe de na fe
ba ko na awon tin wo mu the lamentation and then as a lamentation see ni first and second
da bi ba ko pe
one no yes one better
say enye jonjana pa anka minimi say energy ministry koto year crude large crude this we are seeing united me mfi anwatwe man ti da say yes energy ministry koto crude e de aba be power thermal plant no am ye nya nkania ye de eno say de be so rekania
me say me suspect so far all the deals are abujina pobai na judge na pobai o mayen omo subject to investigation che o creative fear and panic
now the aye
o creative fear and panic now we yaba it be suspect say be compa they are circumventing the process
no,
so yes no
o creative panic
process no because I can't 2 days benan kenya na adum and then mo me first kan nkoje
with the president of the finance minister
and the process yourself mu no
what you can say finance minister say we do the limit it is ka bia ni hobiem and say njana che dia e see a pesika e see e kope na say na de jonjina pono
de kwaso
ode yi na
finance minister ya say
ode yi na nam
I would be surprised kwa say ebia say LC's be so mu raise go no first kind of mame
na me
charge cash akwata
because what can say 2 days and aban no so empese 2 days e be desu
ayo
ye mo de move time scan man
abusia high radio 95.9 movement television Audu Mahama the managing editor of the Custodian newspaper asem kan jam so chiamo na no matter praises and pay any worship and be am kwesi frimpon say tv ano obeba I would say praises ni worship and be ye nyina achi no kwesi frimpon obeba
ya ye nyina juma David go down ya ye nyina achi kwesi badi a
akwesi beba ezuato but so wotie na say wo adwatode bi pese e bo ho Dawuro de mawa say school sorry company bi product bi a wo ton pe airtime dia kanya miasem ana bibia wo sabia bi wo adwuma bi a ese ni pete nka aha na wo de ba na ye bohu Dawuro na ya ton de ama na aha so de sorry ye kan ho asem a obia bete ama response a wo pe no wonsa atimi aka ye wo enkran kokomlimli ye wo circle any new town quantum pono eso eno an se waba na woni the marketing department no abedi enkomo obetumi so afre 0509 301 410 0509 301 4101 sorry and 053 438 2448 053 438 2448 and 024 637 5134 024 367 5134 na wafa number si mu bia no a obetimi ene yen abedi enkomo na enema so atimi akoyi na Mr. Money said question from poor about body in the settings and settings adia Mr. Money move ye say masha da say move question from pombo kwasi emobia wate that number siminti na mate I me hwe na me hu tinti obia eti go on weekend assembly AC that key issue no but before that Asante Emfa custodian the Democrat na or the a very important story but me cat here for before that obi ton story building means I 3-story building ewo Spinters Klagon na chiri horuma ewa himfie na chi nti wotie mi a na opedan ato wo abruchiri wo Ghana ha na opedan ato a ba bia edan aben a ye ton Spinters ewo enkran Klagon Brusan Klagon himfie no echi at your first floor no de we a single room self-contained and a 2-bedroom apartment and a first floor no so a 6-bedroom apartment obeto na ne aka no wawa to aso osanso won sase a etwa ehonuma ehia 4 plot a oton number no 024 668 3597 024 668 3597 na oni omo entwetwe enkomo na fi mo bia onso hia bia no omatimi aboa ama wonsa aka asase no fe Asante Pachofa custodian ne bra na yenhwe asema ono so edibaya osi Mohammed's brother fingered in Galamsey operations enti eno na custodian ediaba na yesi Mahama president ne bra a friend no Alfred Mahama wa abruchiri na abrantie bi efe no Prince Keja ukọ achim sama importe mo no ma wase ho nyina
obuso wa abruchiri
Alfred no mama nua no wa abruchiri
sa ade so akota abruchiri
so abruchiri sisi ya
se ha no ye ne wo
so akwa abruchiri ena oti abruchiri na opompe gum enti Prince Keja no ene oye Galamsey kingpin nduhwe achiri ho no ma bo nsa ase a wadwiri na godo so obi a wafa osino udo osino an wafa onsa right sa na wodi kọ saman edi kọ jampumani
edi kọ bank no nchen ofkaso
ha mu adura bank nchen okosoro no ha ofa ho no a edwina se saman jampumani eni sankuru no egugu ne abompe no mu ne ade nyina egu ho na sadio masia tutum potem ho no uduru ho no a orebe ho na abranti yesi efe no Prince KJ wono ena yesi Galamsey no odi marketing na no isi regional security liaison officer and nkrofo edom task force ekochi yesi omo gene excavators 5 ene ne ma hodupi omo gi ya po se omo boa omo mu fanko na we omo de kwenkwesi be bia
asehuri ta chichidi achi
ana omo amu omo di ne ma na bankran omba ya yesi Alfred Mahama no e the pressure the CDCOP Abdul Razak Osman so se on release video no san fama branch no fanko a make say ono so person obe releasing video no na pressure dan so no ama ayensen bebre enti say say Mahama president ni nua Alfred Mahama no say na djuma oye no si Galamsey no according to Prince Keja no say wonimu bia wa bene mu pa
ene wo ma be yi na
ba say concession no krade ya ne say e obi concession
ne say bebre
obi concession eno ma fan force eno mo yo mu Galamsey yo so
enye bini
me da minim no
enye bini akonta mine concession pretty bi mo di Galamsey fa ko
ko mo so ya fa di ma untumi na ye Galamsey
minim first and the office bi wo okọ aje Ghana minim ti minim si akwakota abuchi okuna ma story bi was here emwonwo say Bob na sana wakanya
yes
tell him ya was say you are not powering an 8 hours
so sorry ya can we
sir
ya bo ya ye ho juma
any enkredu me
na ayi Mr. Santi the point at the story bi abawo nka o de maya with me the point number I say it's a real shame we still don't have a credible membership register we dey Eugene menene ya adwen say a party like NPP any credible membership register and speaking well Emma executives no
is that a reality
that is a reality
yani bi go on yani bi
party no starting process say obey registration to mo yes mo register national regional constituency and anka police station executives na wie omu wi anoma ba general members no so e ma Dr. Baomi akora tua sika I think we 4 million or so I have to check some finance exercise no odo be si ne
ya mutu
party no entimi register members no here nti na e ti we ka say NPP any credible register everything na make ka say sankomu timi yes register no e bribi etwa mu a anka ne no mbeka nyina ne say ye fa sa register no ko eden enkoto aba but because so went me anyinti and no ka say obe ya obi a dream be say
sa asuma si na mpese
o de be to aba enti na fe de obi a o constituency bi a onu NDC for kra no akotwema begum say be ye onu benya upper hand over the other person na odiako enti and all the sa national executives we no so mo accept say omu fail on that score so omu fail on that score enti omu hwe na omunya na unse na meka ha say akebe ya CSC ye expansion yema all former executives from polling station to national and to Abanibi. And obi draw my attention say from polling station to electoral area coordinators no. We this one NMT be a 2 well you get record of the previous ones. You won't get polling stations and electoral area coordinators. Unya e be a constituency and I'll bet menya. But polling station executive say be a who come back to 2014 after 2014.
Say
Abon no mo de to aba na se sa abin no ko no kwa fon crofo fa so ni abon hu sin bebre so that nipa no ka me say so ko akire bebre a confusion besi bebre because ye waiting film ye waiting film me say aka we no ehun hia kra say baby before aka all former executives national a omotiase bia regional constituency all government appointees a omotiase bia any all constituency executives any polling station for motiasi biano obi am to be former MPs obi am to be because sad in the air ya say obi a former MP a wonu say ne ye can see to abasisi a hani a medical constitution a Henry Court don't mean to be want me to
former MP to aba
that be
too bad
I want me to be say part na nye amendment a and no mo ko to aba Henry Court don't mean to be e wo ha
well you know still na mo dis proposals and go for fa kokko na mo ni ho adwuma
omonya ne ntem
but waku still I think say betimi dia show team say between now and let's say July and now August almost we register for after election the next year nyame executive elections the nyambo adma next year presidential elections and next year parliamentary elections yellow should be 2027
next years
okay
it's not that too late
all right me can say you be that akedi nyum na ode ma me no o say anyum be a
that akedi anyum bi na unreleased song
okay enya ma oh I see
na obochema wuntu bi kopudi mu
oh okay
ono a de send the ma chairman so menim bi a wode abe na fe na be ba bonten na me saka ela me say ade yebo manko fonte anyum ma da akedi ka one purpose will be to have be released.
Sir,
to be the mission.
It's your mom.
But you see, they were ya. In fact, Pope, free want to be an announced and saying, the private life issues in the day, and also when they that the Lumba sem, when they Obams or Warriors were worried no, and when they mark 5 as a way, and then the energy. Emmanuel Koteti, we should celebrate in
Enyajo, Nyao,
and one.
boom nyame enfa ne kra ensie na you see go no da bia me catch for say yen no mo a ye wo media space no mo me ka ye say yen wo media so omo yi sini omo a omo ye musicians enu ni all that godon to da bia enipa said ye nipa hu yen no ebi enye sa na imu be nyi sa na imu bitie na one udi agra enipa ebe me we live a certain life bia se wo hia mo akra wontimi nka ye nim se ye musicians no mo na yi fo no bebre wo no magodon ebi wo how bebre mu ebi die medical conditions ebi die ye friend saying depression ebi die ne ma bebre but okobi na no se obeken ye beka se a onya sika no eno odi ye sei no odi ye sei no odi ye sei insana tie dia na wakana no atum na wapene ba bia atena nti ordinary sadness sabe hu ano esu o wawu o na bibia anye no bibia no na bi opia na osere na no na osere no ti medie obia godon oni obetimi no eya omususu mpaja me cancer because of that akedi nti na nyinti na make but I'm saying because me my chest na or some issues kakra for some time and sana or creating nti ye bi susu mpaja abrabo no odo wunni enye by force o
competition
enye by force can for no podium anya hwe na say body boy some bom homode kakra nya bi ebi nso de omo de ayi nubone no ne ade eno wo ho na mo godon wunni a eya na enye mu so afo susu mpaja na upaja na sa to de be na fidu ba bi how to sustain it no na ayedin and society the pressure be to so but say utimi eyire ho na manage
ba ko bi so Saturday na pa no me ba na me bra ho pa na me ka say ya ni ka say su ni kombo ni ada but asa no so ba so di pa na be so wa ma wo eto de bia adamfo bi wakwa hu ti akwa hu hihie ma wo do hia se ko to me ka say asem se na atome think say ebi akoro betima ama wadwen ana obetima aboa wo
spreading no
utwa wo ho a what we jaf no say aye ni o say na say won't me krum
eno kra na kum ni pantem no
the car say won't me bie eni to say car we order my akwa de man no we na ye say ni say afi by the time we afa won't ti sabonti no na we immediately for bi enwa no mo se enti so bi so de hia se betu anim say the challenges are welcome we are senior know how to handle it for the person.
One got no TV soon a time, one got no radio soon a time. About when chain the country.
And I ask
you regime.
No, I drink once. I'm not even one. What is solution now? But only keep it to yourself. And now, we do also one can ask.
And the baby,
I didn't know, especially Mama. Then down Piazza Muka. Every year, now before you pick at team one day. It's all one low. In fact, another kid will free more if you are done. So no, the before no US, no Worcester, Massachusetts, or Bob a live program. I was a now for be to be Kubu master video.
If I say this week or program or UK.
Aha, or buy ye, or buy that or buy Jordan, and for being made in Como. And they have me and me out on one say, he's not somebody who was always in his room. What Pierre? Oh, Pierre for be breeding commode on the void, especially the now for Munini will mass Ashtown, but that's no Munini. Let me say, ye Toba Bibo is the go say, may send her twice at the same. Oh, and think a so pathetic, say, and buy ye, then now he was going through some depression and I say Bibisa na e de come.
DJ Solis say ya o no so mano.
Me hu
DJ Solis.
Okay. Solestina.
Me hu ayi bia e so tro no social media so a na o catch revenue Bernard Nyako.
Oh, 5 years ago.
And 5 years ago. Oh, okay. I feel me no na me hu here.
By coincidence say in May.
Okay.
May muna.
Okay, no cancer.
No cancer say.
On cancer Kofi bi say encho beba.
Encho beba. Wow. But I have 5 years a trip. I feel that 5 years in Yakopo after this after. But what this if I think 56
Yeah.
You see,
the
also he doesn't look it. All the trauma will go through me and that, you know. If you be your friend is in, not a kid look like it should be a what 56 years. Who shall our woman be in the late 40s? And so she send what ye. And he go for and two so
what done. And dear, you that's a breath. And dear Bobo, a Yinisuka Krama na Yankonko Mrs. Margaret Ofuri.
Oh,
and a paying channel.
The channel,
you say, no, papa. Some fan a yin koi.
Yam fan koi.
I say there are songs as one of Fako.
Okay, Namad Macham.
There be Fako
and I met my point.
Ah,
Namad Macham. The mommy, Namad Macham.
Okay.
Young fire Nietzsche was so like
my Doris and Suyan Chiano. Oh, my Doris so booby. Simon to be a young Chiano. Papa. Na only a Dr. Wobi Junior. Aha, now no sound you know head the chill by Odona. How Dr. Wobi Junior by now. Oba no na say I fear that na obe ocheche ni mani be bi kakra ni so oni maami kum ne bai o say maami ye nurse ni na we ye medical doctor na fi o mu 2 year fo na o mo say ye kan obi say oba obeto ayi asade ne friend say na big monitor no e friend say obeto ni say anity last time I check here that ben I'm for that too. I'm for check. No, obetu ye for ni aduane die ni ma ye nom ni ayi. Afei e kakra obe kona mu se maame e bokok ba ko. E na koka se na nya na se ye nya.
Na koka wo ho.
Na koka ha koka de obetimi no. Enti maame kumene bushafo in fact any doctor will be senior. Dr. Bobby Senior anti we are higher quality minka and Dr. Bobby Senior Nijuma would do you a yin hono as a queen and to know we are Brana agglomulate and agglomulate and now a baby be a watch the piano. Why?
All right, young Sulak National Clinic, Yanko Payar. So Dr. Solomon Simen Cantor say, Oma specializes in fertility problems, kidney disease, liver problem, edema, a swelling sheet, a swelling feet. Insomnia, Adriana Nacrocrachi Muntiminano. Prostate issues now, UTI, urinary tract infections, and STI, sexually transmitted infections in Omia Home Eduma. Or more quality machines are Omni Pedianum, or your laboratory test prostate scan and a fibro scan in answer so our Aka Hamo Kukumlemle, or by Harvard Senior High School. No, Doctor say number 0553 932 0553-932-631. Oh, friend, now we know attitude come. Tabia Heba Center near Kwaku, a Tabia Heba Mister, and a Tabia Takum. Tabia Heba Mister, a malaria fever near who to tear drew. While no matter one timidity and what dress is on them. Now one tosso, a Tabia Heba Mister, a boy, your friend Abusian Chamfa, and the way. Feel round, open out now, their basic dining table, no so. Obiana, Obinia problem, they are not trying dear. Kakranka krana ahodin asaba afei ya de tabia takum so aka ho aba eno de eyemema no edia ya de turmeric and flaxseed black pepper ginseng ne ginger na afra ye eye adwuma o mema ntinim full stop ubenya tabia heba mesa ne tabia takum ato o ba bia tonton duro bia ope bia tua no afra 0243 686861 0243686861 home appliances are high sense. Open home appliance be ato amo akoma to yem amonya value for money as I do any chemu or high sense about television, air conditioner, home theater, ghetto blaster, open even mobile phone, open washing machine, fridge, deep freezer, stove, microwave, blender, rice cooker, any neke kahuni nyina bi ato for ni chemu or high sense omenema e papa ne bono na ewo from ntia na amamanfo aye confuse kakra so wo de obeye nie nya fe na bebusa se na bobo omo showrooms no bia wo kire da bi wo number 0302 550 000 0302 550 000 fresh number no o fra de obefa no bebusa ba bia wo wo kan no akire showroom e ben wo na akwa koto ade simple kra na okọ baby ntikoto home appliance was high sense na debi aba beda ya se ha nature medicine edi nnomi ensa bi aba no pe ye kan fo ama wo obi a wonya stomach ulcer na typhoid fever wo aduane to yem na yem ye oya wo de ye diarrhea wo so de ye indigestion mu nyina mo kan bo mu a edura bebo am pa no ye gastro mixture nature medicine di aba oba obu nsa wote ya na won sabu nu nsisi so ana wanya yeast infection no won so de ye mensoplast mixture eno no num bi ebetu sa how na afiri so be ma prostate na hyase ye kese because what see unyini kwan so enti naturally sa na se ba ye bokan ni pedua no ho enti ye kese no de na odwonso no so esesa efisa dwonso no fa druben no bata prostate no ho ti prostate ni ye kese na emia druben no nti no na dwonso no eba obre kakra nse na nyakwan afemu aba yesa na tore bi kura na akodwonso a wote ya ewo ba ememu sa afo no nyina prostate plus mixture ena esese munye bi no nom na eyi sa ha no as efiri ho na so wode ho bebe tuntun do bi akwa bisa nature medicine no benye bi ato upe bi etu na 0248 778899 0248 778899 so a onsa ebeka bi ema no muntie mien na fa lady clean ena ma ye di sese ye ho oba wabu nsa na mpese carbon bi abeba ho no hwehwe na fa lady clean na kira kwai unye bi yusu a ebema ho ate wese kama ama animonyam abba oba wabobra no bi ko anim nanso opese osaya research osa ehya ase foforo osaya secondary virgin na afi be mehia wa anije ba mu a na fa lady clean eno ena ese hwe akira kwan ebebo apapa be tuntun do bia kwa ubisa na fa lady clean no benye bi mu amopa bia tuo no momfa mo ni nchemu wo Nick Royal Pharmacy e Kwashiman traffic light odoko kwa no so ana mo mfra 0531 156 556 0531 156 556 ufra na oni omo akasa na waboa mema no so dia level natural capsules mema dia bema osisi tayo ya pa oti akonyoma no wahyeku hu se bidie ka ne center botu abu no misra hwehwe level natural capsules na emwao na fe wa hwese horsepower no etiba form no enso nya level natural capsules a ebebo papa bia tuntun do bia benya bi enkrafo monko okanshi daglin repage ventures na monko gibi kumasefo monko keo kolinakeba na monko tubi we woni etu no wa to no wan de odi e bowura drosto bia okwa obenya bi e wo hono opeso fra number no 0599 056033 0599 056033 Allowet Medical Skin Care omo aso ne Kwaku sisi wedie no na me boy en foforo no ntoma odi fra ye ne ye wedie no se de ntoma ye fia yesi no wedie no se ya yesi entimisrew se enema bia begugugu wedie nani ama wedie no esei ama wontade hyemu esesa ama wankasa wo konipa mu a na hawo kakra misroma no amane hawo pi Allowet Medical Skin Care for se bomodi na wo de bra wo mo ho unya bedu ho nko ade o mesisi wedie na ma ama bibia aye foforo wase se kro ne pimples anana nso obenso age wanima fa nso a ano so ba o mesisi ama Accra House Police Station na chioma ba ko ho Pantan Hospital kwan so mo ba ko e ho no e na afi East Legon Champon Junction so ba ko ho Kumasi de o mo patase o mo benshare filling station no obi o pese ofre won no mo twetwe nkomo no on 0277 580559 0277 580559 no mo entwetwe enkomo amanfo anu dem dumuso na fe die agensemu afe Ghana for the respect ebe ma na akufo ado say 8 years otuma ye nyankania soy 5 months ye nyankania eno na Isla Center Price min kan kire wo no say he anu aduro ye ba akopɛ anu anso beto generator na asa mfoni nkoto John Mahama ne John Jinapaso John Mahama ne John Jinapo odo ni to so abedesu mu o costo ni begu o hairdressing salon no begu o barbering salon no begu electric wedding na be ne ma besai hotel na wo bie no betum o factory no betutum ama nipa kotena fie radio no TV station no ebegu etibra Isla Enterprise na beto generator ho on the also pekra be catch mo na mo ensuma nipa ne enkohwe wadwuma no ne enkosolve yenhwe bibia wo ho na ye meyi usunu generator ma se de be ya current a obenya no bia no ebetumi afa mfidie bia wo de ye adwuma so auto generator kese no bia o ma de sika so ko adwuma mu ho na makoye installation no ama kama no kra de untu esika bia mo mope mo wa the challenge you see mo ba mo benye bi ope borehole pump na water pumping machines abi wo ho mo amuhia compactor de di miamia kwanso nyina no mo ba mo benye bi e wo ho no ye wa Jiriga no bridge ye ben 69 American House your number is 0248 169 0248 169 Doctor time daso Doctor ya adujamfi semen kan kiro se yade bia ye bodin se yade wo di ba na me adum obesa ma apart from bayi ni jimi yade bia wo be bia de obesa ama wade wo ho enti se yade dokro a wo di an so bobomodin a na wape utazi bi na wu babi na obotu bi na mpo prague ya bi na ja waye kokochi odi abedu na so ye onya koduru won ko ade a said ye wo ko na wachia no obeba no watene akra ha omo pokura se mayira kuma so omo obu akwa atwemago won number is 0244 774282 0244 774282 frewon na enuomo entwetwe enkomo engineer Jonas Ajiman ewo the Gambia anopay e mawachi Mrs Victoria Donko anso ewo US Antimero usu wo US ye chiawo na afi na menchia very reverend Aketum anso wo kumase ewi afi yanko Exodus na yankoje Exodus nso nkra to mra ye wia ya kechina ye beto to aso amamo
Pacho Exodus moringa capsules nie Exodus dandelion capsules nie enrom yenu yo kan bomu ankonya eyie no medofo ye kan gisi the encyclopedia ene to ho kirikirem sanse eniama enro yiye eye bebre na bre bia me no bedi nkomo no emu kakra bi ena mitimika ebre ni nti ene nso so ma me nkwaso ntu ugidie mu se Exodus moringa capsules ye kura mi Exodus dandelion capsules ye kura mi diabetes etuase me pacha wonyi bibi ni unhunu bibi da wada roma mesra ebre yimu sheda na ye investigation kakra sheda ye research kakra hwehwem edie ben ne die ben na moringa timi ye edie ben ne die ben na dandelion timi ye obeba besi so say ye diabetes ya de enko ade a me pacha ote ne te enkwasa abre mu obi nkwaje osika tutri die emfa sika nkoma obi ema na nye na afi wo diabetes ne mu ya na eye den diabetes wo hweye nya ba na oso ote osutimeti wanhwe ya na wadwene ne nam so obi na aba odua na enye saa nete diabetes kro ya wo hweye di kro beto ho ene obetimi adwene ho a osi awrade adan job yi job free ho me na mabedi na ade ana diabetes o enso na anu aduro e wo hwena no diabetes kro ya timi manipa dasani tirinwi mpo eku medofo de na wo twen Exodus moringa capsules ne dandelion capsules na me kan fo ama me kan na matu gidie mu se enu ya me di ho adanse enye enu ebeka se wo de ekoso ane no mansa na oya de akọ anase de bia chenchene wasa wonom nkwa na nyina anase enu yi de bia wasa wonom ntoa be yese edu ansa na ho ato 2 weeks pe na esa wo de diabetes ni mu odin wo de ni severe doctor declare eni da so onim enu nti wo de no 2 weeks wa fe na wanya bie no me pa cha okra wo de ni kokokra e wasa acha 1 week utimi nya asem de bi ka kire yen sanse yenim ni aye ka ni enim ni ewo nro mienu imu me pa cha ye ka bom enenom enti anopa wo yi we mienu ewia we yi we mienu me pa cha anopa no we mienu obe no ka bom aye nan obe no wonom a 1 hour time ansa na wadidi ewia nso so ka bom yi we mienu 1 hour time ansa na wadidi na wo osa wo de na ubedidi 1 hour time ansa na wafa nro yi na ubehu nkonya ebe yi di ama diabetes no se ne sitie bia no ebe firi wo so akọ high blood pressure low blood pressure me pa chaw enupa mienu ya na wo kan bom e de eto ase sania wo ya de sitie bia obi wo ho a o se menya accident ne senti ama me sisi ya me ya so many years me nsa ya me ya so many years wa ya enko me say ma me nkan chaw se eduro wo ho eduro e wo ho Exodus moringa capsules ene dandelion capsules na make am for the amount me say me bobo so bebra ebeye nsem pii na enkomo ye tia enti fa homai wote ke ma atworo wo de wote radio ho atworo to ho ubetimi afrɛ ye ubetimi nso afrɛ ye say me kasa ya doctor ye krado so no ubedi nkomo 0544 44 7033 0544 447033 anase 0537 456665 0537 456665 enomienui enkonya na yi sani awya de sitie sa ache enui Exodus moringa capsules any dandelion capsules and I make am for the amount na package de eno kra mpo kasa fa de pa me de kire wi eho se wahunu se aduane bi kitamia eye Exodus for you breakfast Exodus for you breakfast Exodus for you breakfast baby a obekọ bia say ye pharmacy herbal shop baby a na wunya nupa yi bitoyi moringa capsules ne dandelion capsules baby a na wunya bitono kwokwa wo say ye ma Exodus for you breakfast wo bisa me sade ne de ye ya ma me bomu kakra de a kire me pa acha wada roma brown rice ene de aye moringa ewom dandelion ewom na afa ginger obi bebusa se na be ye den se nuro yi wo ho me pa acha aduane pei eboa me nuro yi adwuma aye mre kura sanse obi wo ho a enuro yi de a kire ne ye nupa ebeboa no nanso enam ni nuane bi a wodi enti emma nsunsuanso no emma ntem se ne ye peno no wunya Exodus for you breakfast am yedofo ubehunu se nkomo no eyetia wakra maase no eye simple equation bi me pa acha ene me kan ne afidikase so na machire o say dialysis wonu ma akwa so kidney ho nsem say ye kidney stones say kidney no brebo no chese kokrama ba betomu ya ne hwe enye yie wo sa abo no chese wo ya ne hwe enye yie me pa cha Exodus for you breakfast obi oda dialysis so onko hwehwe aduane bi na onka ne sekoko empempi ya ne emam kwan ma munu no munro bi nemo mesi aduane koka ne sekoko sama kire oni ewom yenim nia ye ka last week me be ka kire o say nipa ba ku bi atinye anya wogie wa aduane hu san say yese wono mu ni nnuane emu odu ede ensem beba wo so aduane mu na nafuru ahye me se nafuru atwetwe ne ho atono wade ne ho ye ka ne say ya me dofo gise wokope bi hwe aduane a ne bo anya den ye kura me ya o Exodus for you breakfast ya ne bo anya den a ekura me ya me kire ma kire o say ya de brown rice ya de dandelion ya de moringa ya de ginger atumu no wo be hunu say ensem a making ene niam a me bobo so yi no kore yare ahodo bebre wo ho a se doctor tua unuane a o ka kire o say jaya mo fufuo di na emo nkodi ya mo kokko aha enti wunya te ase sa na se uhunu brown rice na eno nkwa keke no timi aniama bebre de ma enti me pa acha wo kidney ne ho aba asem ana se o liver ne ho aba asem a se wo ka aduane ti se koko a emfa pan no nka ho emfa sikire nka ho me pa acha otie ni ye sani America mani abre no saa ne edinya ye nsunsuanso no emfa pan no nka ho ena emfa sikire enka ho ubedi ne saa sanse ade ahia na wutimi di ne saa to aso a ubehu se aduro no yase aduane no ebo adwuma timisrew bomoden na fra yen bodofo bi a ne ho akere no maami bi wo papa bi wunwa bi ho akere na ese dialysis so koda ba akokora so a na aye nsem bebre uye nhwehwemu nso a niam a makeka akere wi edom bo nipa a kidney and in liver fa homeye na fe menchira ba bia obenya ne pay nyina bi ato me pa cho ne doctor ni nkomo wa homeye so 0544 44 7033 0544 44 7033 anase 0537 456665 0537 456665 kwale nak ewo nru ni aduane bi Green Light Pharmacy ewa Askwa, Rock Pillar Herbal wo KO, Missy Herbal ubenya bi Tenatet Herbal Shop Sofo Line, Ensroma Herbal yeni Asempa Pharmacy ne di animhwe. Sewa Herbal Mampon Suta ubenya bi Top Amazing Herbal Otafo Methodist ase hwa ubenya bi Skin Pharmacy ana Skin Herbal ejoso yewo Deco Paradise ase hwa eni ejusu dwom ne di animhwe. Arms Herbal ewo Abrepo Junction, Pure Leaf Herbal we buakwa Nkokwo Isaac Hillside Pharmacy bi wo ho sanso na Living Home Herbal enso so ubenya bi Kumase na mdaso gina Green Leaf ewo tafo 4 miles ye ne High Sense ene di animhwe Green Leaf kro na so kro no mu nuam ho bi etopa no bandes ubenya bi Life Co Herbal buakwa Oasis Plaza ubenya bi Life okro na so ye ben multi credit ewo tano so open dodo atu na se wo sunyane a Green Light Pharmacy ubenya bi wo ho Brekum Dr. Clement nso ebema obi tema na naboache Little George Ashaman Ekus Pharmacy ubenya bi ewo honom mepa cha okanchi drug lane nso ya Geneve Tenatet Herbal Shop ho ebi wo ho sanso na Mankesim Jeff Herbal ebi wo Takrade Nimdie Pharmacy Crisis the answer na afi Benyak Pharmacy ni etwa to na mde ahomai etu dwade ama wo 0544 447033 0544 447033 anase 0537 456665 0537 456665 medofo senia onim dada no Exodus Group of Companies die yen ena ye dia setena pa abagana
se President Mahama ono na ye di we say dina ebeye ne de anase ye betena Ghana ha bu ye ni aguso atwa ntro se ye nimu say a president yere no mukra na atwa ticket di omutu kwan and I am saying this on the basis say the Chief Justice is not an administrative officer for the executive.
Yeah.
The Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary and all judicial powers is vested in the judiciary under Article 125(3). Mamemo Homao.
Okay.
Ghana hane yedemra yewo supremacy of the constitution and a rule of law. Chief Justice Bianuha Yesheno, although the process of the appointments and removal and all that involves the president, the Judicial Council, the Council of State, between the time obe take position no and then the end of term, obeja position at all no. Onye an appointee or a staff of the executive.
Yeah.
Because Ghana rapport constitution achiche the authorities of states into 3.
Okay.
And the executive power under Article 58 clause 1. Or say the executive authority of Ghana shall vest in the president and shall be exercised in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. And to Omampenya Juma Sanya subject to the provisions of the constitution. So now here Article 93(2). Vested the legislative power, but you. Article 93(2) was subject to the provisions of this constitution. The legislative power of Ghana shall vest in parliament and shall be exercised in accordance with this constitution. And the parliament is subject only to this constitution, not to the president. And I will call Article 125(3). The judicial authority of Ghana, or say the judicial power of Ghana shall be vested in the judiciary. Accordingly, neither the president nor parliament nor any other organ or agency of the president or parliament shall have or be given final judicial power.
Yeah.
In the wisdom of the constitution, say yebano judiciary mu interpretation final adjudication year. Chief Justice and so to say president in the judiciary.
Yeah.
Also need 2 minutes sanity.
Yes.
On your administrative body. On or yes subject to the authority of the executive. Imagine send obi beko parliament do akoka say yes say the right honorable speaker of parliament honorable Abam Bagbe. Yes so the year to kwama parliament eto ticket man. Enti e ba be pam.
Eso de ke tunda dada. Okoduba ya ne cook Meboa house the bay. Ni no omo de omo ko. State in the tia. Nipa be 6.
And I am saying say the basis of mo person mo gina so di etu maami. Na wo ka say o ma hye mu na o ma chechire da bi. NDC fo an hye kokoa mu an chechire.
Omo ye na mo de obi ehu.
Be me ensa ni omo ka kire ye. Ese omo mo no reset bebrebe na omo ka ne kire say omo mo hu no say NPP for doso wo judiciary mododo. Tio by NPP for they mean say under President Akufo-Addo judges are appointed to the superior court and even the lower court, but more target was usually at the Supreme Court. Enti omadwin omoso omoba ese so omohwehwe NDC for omoso so a judge for na omo appoint na omo nkrofo nkodoso ewo superior court oman kan kokoa mu abonten
what kind of bonten
even after omo lose election you omo win abai the national chairman of the NDC oko granting interview or say Chief Justice na de oko say de isi ho na omo ni kire
I said it
yeah omo ba say omo ba be to Chief Justice and fa ho ne say say waye papa na waye bone na wonye bibia omo kan see you President Mahama no accept even in opposition and NDC for lawyer for and somehow no ankasa bebre wa bobi o show you so amatia can na che say oye na dwene say at all cost maame no ye be chichiro ye be sane ye say etu na godon you know the interesting thing aba ye de botechi ye de bo ni wie ya na asoki wo kerosene mu eduru ba so a ye de bebo no
twice.
So all those who are advocating for Mameno, it's not for her as an individual, but we are saying say obeda sorry ochina Chief Justice now we want to say no are you trying to say so no time will be co-terminus with yours because on also so beko no be aba beka se nani mu kra anya ne fe enti me the petition aba yenyi no Uko almost say article 146:10. Emma President Akwenya say he may suspend the Chief Justice subject to investigation or mobile baby. He has the power. He has the power. When the Constitution says may, discretionary power.
Yes.
Any the amount. So knowing how trivial the issues are, President Mahama could have chosen to say, I will not suspend the woman.
In fact, in the case of Mrs. Charlotte was saying, President Akufo-Addo, you na constitution say shall suspend and I'm what?
May.
Was it May or shall? Yeah, check
146 in the case of the Chief Justice in May.
No, I'm talking about
their removal is all subject to Article 146 because their appointment is also pursuant to qualification.
So, Nana Akufo-Addo then decide they say one suspend the man. Until say assembly be die ye report to be told anymore yen the constitution is woni hu de obeye bia constitution is o man ntina wontina e se won kwa report ba se wontina won kwa wonko e ba se won omonko enu ano no he didn't suspend her but what dey wonya kwa suspended even ahead of receiving the petitions.
And I am telling you say it is so sad, okay, because NDC for no basis in an say, ye obi ayi because ye say President Akufo-Addo time ye pamo Mama Charlotte say.
Yeah.
Now, Brago don't me know ya tena even this particular studio ya analysis on this issue.
Yeah.
Now, enkwala no mo kasa na at the time of that incident, let me say no mo di politics echi. Yeah, tie baby. And I'm the deputy ECs. Omo nyina church petition against each other.
Yes.
E kontokwa ma audio babo nti omo ana mo papa mo ho ama omako. If you hear the audio
trading accusations
na bomo chiche free so ase be catch us or denchima we ginechi and even that no a call for investigation, not any rash action omo ankasa inside na no mo submit documents but you have a situation
other to the Yoko.
So at the end of the day no don't come and trivialize and say because omomu procurement breaches there were other issues I'm reporting the deputies to Yoko. There were recordings of one of the female commissioners. What can someone did that bontema na isi no kra na nyambia ni mu bi. All of a sudden was a sadia ye po bi yinadi. Na ye po bi yinadi no so no it is the head of the judiciary and na say yinadi because obi say mema ko before the court. I'm a panel of 5 judges. court na che me contempt
o mat kwate tie
enti no ye tie enti me the petition amba say yenyi ma me no kwatie court ache
it was a
panel of 5 and also court ache no contempt enti no ma me na preside enti ese yenyi ma
areho
enti asem no hu ase ye ka wada ye ka no samu ase nkrofo nche dante asem na se and I maybe saying na obi nkofa impeachment proceedings against president say because first lady and to abama
betrem emuda ho
and I am man to be bia na emu e dey attract kitamalana na be who NDC small boys and girls nkwala ese ma mini twa business class mo nkwala nkete ye hu mu on first class mu di dallas nkwala nkete toto fefe wa mo mo bra bia na in any case bra godon bra why na ye be appointed to the Supreme Court wa bra on meet the minimum threshold for appointment.
Oh, they say you can't cross it. Say we need
one year lawyer. One practicing for 15 years.
Yes.
One proving integrity be appointed to the Supreme Court. Mpacho ebi ho. President Akufo-Addo bedi mampenyi 8 years. Da bena President Akufo-Addo saki Supreme Court friend say
one saki will be ada
there be na maybe say
there be
the Ghana President Akufo-Addo saki obi because he did not intend and never interfered with the judiciary. If it is the case say Musu obi aya appointing at the time of President Akufo-Addo be a NPP judge
any movement television eso o show brabum se nonkron abo apawosema enwotwe bidi edi Kwaku Dawuro movement in the morning jumedi ini na nsɛm nyina no pay yabɔ ho enkomo na enso so edi enkomo nyina nti nso so yɛbɛma akonya na wakɔ Facebook ne so movement TV on Facebook, movement TV on YouTube okwa like na share na odo comment enso so ede aba ora Chris Ata abeka insa isia no Esquire Star abeka ne di ho obani good morning we have okodi
man for say yes or
Nyankopon ase utim kwan so say if he say ye call you to bar no se mini unhia na me wana na ye hia okay nti ende me ma utim kwan so nti isi ade put to you no
me just say cases
also cases won
so just won twa afiance ya from to the bow na me ntintimu ansa audio cases enye one case kura
enye one case cases okay just so case your own na bia minim case minim the type of cases will be nya say lawyer bi okrum ha NDC forecast say ono the point you be a appoint here to me branch case no di na enema what you saying
nyame adom bibia e boko o sorry na nyame mo ahode a I think that itself is enough to say thank you, so we are very grateful to God the nyame ase ne na odi abedu ti go so ye ne na mu kakaka na ye de boy bra
I see
na pay wa frame na say me dem o
okay
enti unia Kwaku jesi
kwame jesi enso so say ye da say ye frɛ no so aba na Gomua Central ho bokodi
me fi Aguna West
Aguna o hwɛ
Gomua Central me pa
okay Aguna West
bibia boko
Aguna West NPP afi dia asomdua ba mu
party ni de o say ba bia ndwosa na party bo position and some kakranka. But I will compare to other constituencies. I don't think say you will how be pray to Kwantoka will be pray. Obia sabe say obia hwe de ebeya party hye ya mpeni for the beba no. Ebe kofe na ye na de aye adwuma. Enti yego so dede bia nsi sa na sabe dede crazy a nye radio so na ye be discuss ye nsem ne bebre.
But do you think say mo betimi put the party together and sana next election aso?
Oh yes, ene de wogide wo mpa say Yankopon e kan ye ho ne ye adwempa e de ye adwuma na ye be nyankrofo me di party na ni ma beboa na atoto party no ho dwumedi na nkonimdi aye MPP dia nteni da so de e wo ho pa gide wo ho pa na no aye from to the bar na me ye say me tunsa afre adofo kakana ma hwe say adofo be fre ho aba Kwaku say within short time no na baby aye program no hayema sabe obia bebia me feel when I program say we chire pa ono afo no ka bi mu nante we obay bibia ye fefefe bi mu finya krom it's otzen crying ahamadonko abodom kwaman there wa ofo wakara by soedrofo obia a kire say yes wadaso wogide wo party dwumedi no wogide so ye mu nti kakakakra ego so bibia so by fine chia MPP party payimfo nyina wa Agona West.
All right.
More council of elders ne patrons ne executives nyina. Dia ekire o madwen a enko ye bia no eye yimpa ho adwumezi. Yimpa ho adwuma no oyedin. Ye dandan no kakakakra. Nti mebe bi obeye ye brare nyakwa. Afi ode ye ne meze party mpayimfo wo da wototo nyama no wosoro. E sign fema ye de be ye adwuma na party ne esinu kwampado.
Ede nyankopon ase se mosusumesum na mobeye adwuma ja see akwakoye part of the judiciary need yes sat in fan free anope wo hwe lawyers a omuna eye ehye petitioners na tues omudi omanim ede omakwa den the catch so
yes minia Dawuro say asamba nda bebi sasa nanu no esi sai NDC for eye anamobi ne obrebi ne kasa bi ba se enye President Mahama na waka twiro bibi na ye obi na waye ne petition na ono Mahama de odi mraso se de amra na kana na odi so meaning where your heart desires your foot will follow where your heart desires your foot will follow. Bebia wakoma energy no ehona wonan soko. In 2020 elections, ye na ye ten sama in this for kan. Ye bury set judiciary. Ye be yi ma. In fact, the Chief Justice what the MPP Women's Organization.
Yeah.
What the two bebia what for a conference who lawyers and this for lawyers who kishemo who then candidate Mahama Kade on Oba balance I don't know and he even went further to mention the woman's name say oh yeah jumama MPP into an Oba or shop be you so when you said this in the opposition nasa uba bemu na endi nansa nkrofo bi akafa kuntuna se de kwadu bi abono ema wo se wa find prima facie in that issue ma when into wa set committee say yen investigating na yenyi ne mfiri kwa na kire se pefe say dia na wakoma ewo wakoma mu no eno na ewo wadwima wo de aba ntayade a obokoso aye dia ewo wadwima wo free say wo promise wo party for na owo party for no energy no mu hu say wo ya ade no minu ya ka be prima facie no prima facie evidence of whatever. No? The legal definition is that in legal terms, establishing a prima facie case means presenting enough evidence to support the claim or a claim, creating a rebuttable presumption of its truth, and shifting the burden of proof to the opposing party to disprove it. Assemble to anyone. The also we are say, depending for say. Sufans about the rules of natural justice. Listen to the other side. Let the other person also have his say. What the petition about to anymore because of that petulant desire. Sa opena wonu mu so person or satisfy the party's interest in intino. The rules of natural justice was really not followed. When di nsheshaya wo say me mana maame no mintie nenu masem until some maame no complain say crucify me in the media some aye boni ya say me wa me charge credit maame kra me ni I don't know my accusers. I don't know what are my charges for me even to respond. Until then answer ono mampani no etro edekama Chief Justice. The harm has already been done.
Yes.
Why bonietia that natural rule of justice. The rule of justice, natural rule of justice, simple means that when you have any case against anybody or a complaint against anybody, let the other person hear and then also respond. And then time factor matters. So what now may you boo on impano for a war, nimpa dream or public. Emma over weeks, who party communicators, the presidential staffers on their social media handles, the woman is gone. She's no more. Okay, kasa answer me na me de to Ghana for dream say yi na wie. Answer what you want to say, o me yi na no. That is unfair. That is not fair. That is why the then Chief Justice of Yakufuka said the process which the president is following is not fair. Into you so clear so mampani Mahama ni ndisi no. Eye botai ne power wo bo wotrima eye omo had desire, and they are following that desire just to satisfy the parties whims and caprices. So their party ni kan so omo ye no sa no omo ye. So I will be just there. What why then there are 3 petitions against you. You were not copied of the petition even in court. Dawuro court the simple rate, the rate of sermons.
Yes.
What I say and copy to the above respondent. That is the law. On the face of it, if you don't have this and copy it to the above named respondent, the rest of it defect. Until will be your petition, one copy the accuser. Once I would petition, until say Nimpanoba be requested because what to say we initiate the process to remove her and somebody come on clearly shows there person would di near Mbrasamne day is a castle. And see, I don't know even my accusers. I do not know my charges and who are those behind it until I request it. Now,
and in fact, or they man no, or say my sign the seal a no, so that we leak me because letter now the man no letter leaky.
Yes,
but in about a week time or 2 days time, some days time, we saw some fee. I will cry petition no any chief just response.
Yes,
all discuss it on social media and on traditional media.
On news far. He was even quoting the investigationer supposedly National Council,
Council of States,
Council of States, Council of States as well as secrecy. Now one wants some from Kwabontin. They advise the president in private. While advising president in private, some medium feel a copy of it.
And details of it.
Yes. Now on this case,
the whole issue was supposed to be in camera. And some fee ekura edeko TV to TV, radio to radio.
I so clear say omabo porn say omeyi na efi ho. Enu bio what they are not to nchen asamba Ghana Mrakuni article 2:1 say obi ye ade bi so your mampani anokite tumi bia wo manyemu anonimpa bia wo Ghana ha oya ade bia na se etia omanyimra wo ho kwan sa wo de Supreme Court na ukoyi nchechiremu enti sa asemi ba ye no na MP for Otafo o de court no ye panel judges are also what na asam no so sa nkrofo na ye panel won no omende asem na wie cobra na sa suspension ni esibaye ebaye no ena owura eko assign a file bibi a friend no injunction and in law according to the ruling and the comment here the current acting chief justice Ekaye owura Bafuboni kan say at any time court about serve process and now your attention is drawn to a court process seeking an injunction over an activity or whatever you are doing, you are stopped. You must stay. Your hands are stay until the determination of the injunction. So, yeah, the injunction tabon akodo court wenim court eguso e kan ho asem court in branch say so what is asem na twen ansa obetu anamu bia why den watu one penny or no shege. Court rules and whatever Mrano near Tibia or 20 no go ahead or suspend him. Chief Justice. The winning idea was also is so dangerous. Panda na no moti asam no sono. And I justice be my friend justice see it. Justice see it no oka one ya word the asam no court no.
Just the dibu see.
Yes. I am a lecturer. And no no beka committee on was certain say omun investigate maame no enti by virtue of so ordinary case our committee no ho no e so oyini fi bench no so court asam na wo so oyini fi mu e na acting chief justice ebeyi justice say be free mu no audio no ankasa no ho
ebe
mu no appoint another person be kan ho sankofu mienu so no e na wo kwa kwate na asam no so no what to eti say inyansen sam ne ntungu so you can so imagine say asa wa no hye no kokua mu wa ye no dan mu na mo de boto abonten we konso. Now perception, as lawyers will say, justice is not supposed to be only done but is seen to be done. It should be seen as justice being done. Attention yes say ya kwaya na say ya kan mra no say de tie na mom etwa say nimpa adwen so ye won say wo hu say attention na ye den eye adwuma no ya bo somo o party somo say mu party for na ahye akire akachiro petition e dey afa kuntuna ase epese omuyi maame no fi ho. Now the lawyers for these petitioners are your own President Muhammad's lawyers. In 2012 petition election petition, these are your lawyers. Chachuchi Kata and Tony Lito. Now the same lawyers in 2020 election, Chachuchi Kata is your lawyer. Anytime one NDC fly abinda da no ehun say omabo brabone omabo krono yedo court no lawyers etwitwaje won tell sorry ene Oliver Vamao
tell sorry so sign speaker lawyer
or your speaker no lawyer
speaker so NDC ni.
These are the three lawyers here omo echo defend the petition against the removal of Chief Justice.
Speaker of Parliament lawyer.
NDC lawyer.
To apart from NDC, no, you see this whole issue, no, had been Speaker of Parliament.
Yes.
President of one arm of government.
The arm of government.
Or no, lawyer.
Yes.
Any president, no, another arm of government.
Or no,
lawyers.
Yes.
And no,
Oliver Vamo.
So a Mahama advisor.
Who is a known NDC activist.
Mahama advisor. One of the legal, in fact, the time vice president, not a legal advisor.
Okay, so
and he's even on record to have said, "Say, Atamus we speech at Mahama can on the troll."
On the troll, yeah. Into Ghana focus.
Two arms of government, lawyers.
And
authority, another arm of government.
Arm of government.
Judiciary. So
yes. So the perception is clear in our mind. Say, and that is what I said. Where your heart desires, your foot will follow. Not doing na say obey judiciary.
Okay.
And me yanka NDC for in the Ghana for ye ni mo maba kwasam dada. And now you he obi a janka obi no ma wu. In fact akwala order no ma me now so when you na me hunu ma me because NDC government then no ma me justice of the high court ekum na anajo.
In fact, Major General Akwa.
Yes.
Na o ka so jeni o ka sa jeje for okay hu.
Yes.
Wonu say Chief Justice ne of no.
Yes.
And we are told say omoko fa no na ma on net.
Na ma menka say ba akokra san insiso. Eda ora President Akufo-Addo pese obo the Chief Justice Ejino. Na aye speculation yedebema Kolendi yedebema eni yedebema wo ya yedebema Justice Araba Tokono no when him is at the law school NGC members when they heard and they were not aware that the woman is a fancy. No, what's it there? You talk no. What's it? Yes, this is our woman.
Oh, okay. They thought so. Yeah,
yes. What's it? Talk no. They thought so. Yeah, one day. So they started posting there.
Okay.
Until someone say fancy, When they heard Sawyer Fantinipe, then they reverse it. Then they started making different comments against the woman or MPP woman organizer. In fact, somebody even created MPP poster. No, what the man told to say, or MPP woman organizer was Central Region. Just to make the woman bad. It's like give a cat a bad name or dog a bad name so that you can hang it. Into the idea, omumpo mutrim sombeye. And the yaka say, and there's obi a janka. And I end this abang. Awu Mahama Naban and start here. A lawyer, a judge of fire, Kumo, and a Joe, who record upon the papa, you could kumano, Sarkodia, you kumano, Mamia, or Menufo, Neba, Dan or Chinukumano. In terms of my Mamin Podia, Antaraba, Justice, Tokunum Podia, but the uncle wants to say, and there Yakasi Ogusu Tinkum. Now said ya, a lawyer for. Where NDC for known NDC for asori etia no a omo no moko ye dance ekeka niti agumuno se nyame afasa amba na se omo asem na mbemu se de omo pa o se maame no bo no ho ban ne de bia da no o hwe ne secret su ye efri se ade a wo pesa wo ye no no wa bo tim se obeye no se wanya kwan ya okwan boni bia e wo ho a wo se obafa so no kutumi fa so they are now coming out the concocted allegations against her. Was when you another evidence against her and this. So it's like a search for wrong thing. We need the actual quite be our buffer at the bonnie. But my entire radio so young say Supreme Court a judge for, High Court a judge for, Circuit Court a judge for, Magistrate a hodor. This attack is not on a single woman. This attack is on the judiciary. When they finish the top, they will come down. That is why they have issued different mode of even hearing. Say you be hearing, yeah, we be tnasia fa we bran yen judge ya until the case be aso. You see, let's be careful. Let lawyers and judges be careful. Say adiwo ya and this is fast start eye omampani Mahama we yi nani. Na why not been so on Tiobia said the enemy said and so bad so on Tiobiano. See, set now I shall know, Emma Waya, aya. With the Chief Justice of Swa, or the Boko the next person. The justices who are also vying and pushing to be nominated as Chief Justices, and they are pushing for the removal of Chief Justice, they also must be careful. Say, what the Yawunia, Menaya would die. You define Swa, the Baba also. Yeah, they are doing and said the ATBR Mameno and this are buying Mahama by Obeyino. But we are not hopeless. We are not all that worried because I had your cast obey and Oguso Ede or Yeno. Until we are no so I better Ghana so ye never jatum near Pushigana Conin. You say it.
Very sad, very, very sad because her lawyer for a church palm share a dini buy a share dini I'm oh. And it is a more dear cramon catamon
because they are not smart.
Mo ya de amon katon kakra.
Wakata but wa de be fa impunity. Just say ye man asho more.
Usun kra na me.
Yes, Mahama
I don't care about
you. No be otimi two convoy nam Kumase usukra ye nti obia no de
na akogran I ka say asante for the good kra be
Rose Mamokra mani so owie na so for 1 million vote for Ashanti region.
Wow.
So you can see inside ade ye omusuban yeah man asho yeah pa yeah me asho na wo hwe omo communicators ne omo Samijan fi a young man like this etumi tena TV so no kase no pointing in such reality say Ghana Bar Association listen to wisdom. That person he doesn't even understand gestures. That when you are speaking to public now what the one say actually with him o pass actually so nimpa wo kan mo asam oni nyansa into muntie wisdom then you are telling the Ghana Bar Association an association you are a member of, they have taken a decision, you are not happy with it, and you are on TV tell them say we need answer. What didn't cry Yajima, who crab put the Bar Association fee because Oma can someone wo as young as you are. Minuna Kotek, Yana Kunti always around here debate. Now because of opportunity, which you tell me as a blessing. What to me kasa ya ahomaso a etsin dua yi tintin na akola ne de kasa odi tia mpanimfo because na banyaba obi a wo position otumi gina police fo anim soldier fo anim ka kire won say Mahama aban ba mo soldier fo ni police fo am ho no your life and your tenure in police service is contaminant to the Akufo-Addo 10 and therefore when Akufo-Addo is off you are also off and indeed
it happened
say the oka no eno na President Mahama so di adwuma all the
top security chiefs
at the Ghana Army na yeyi omu
nyina kofi
na yeyi ukra so a soldier from ran say yeyi da so soldier new yeyi position also be and that is the country
about 19 of them.
Yeah, that is the country we are governing. This is the resetting. This is what President Mahama promised. Na neni age where you soldier from penifo free for no neni so age say abrante bo Burkina yeku ma odina koye onyina koye nyonko na obi nkese pudio nhye na se hia ye na ba yuni ebedine dwo so wani age so obi ayeku ma ono ye wadanfo meanwhile wo fie what tia pansa soldier fo adwuma no why na basa
akakane institutions mienu a ewo obuo Ghana ayemfa manyosem enko eye the Ghana Armed Forces and then the Judiciary obaye wa politicizing
why ni na then idea ni say or say obi biara oni ono politically o mampeni Mahama enya adwen no o say yi ni fi ho
but a risky because and control the executive control
parliament
judicial na can be serve
exactly
and balance so no o pese o destabilize na o san control no so kan
woni ma adwen a woni trim say o mampeni Mahama nim say Ghana mbra na say the TSC no ontumi nko third term
okay
wa kwa no first term e wi akọ no second term na NDC fu ni obi a wade ne ba o nti wa hwehwe ma hu say obi na obotuma mache owura Mahmoud Bawumia in terms of ideas, in terms of plans, in terms of marketing, in terms of even dignity and minyam kra e won anim no obi a obotuma mache no nti ache so ono ankasa san ba biem and obasi a baby wa ache so onya a bench from the Supreme Court to interpret law and say yenko 2 term 3 term no yeah say etiaso and therefore Mahama qualifies to contest again into the oyo na a 2 term 3 term agenda
okay
but whether that will materialize or not
because of the third term agenda
exactly
so collapse
judiciary no onya nkrof anything na wedding wasia paw ajagefo nson ebeka de wo ho a wo se do so dada no wasia fa ajagefo nson ebeka ho enti se nson no ba ebeka ehye ho na se chief justice no so oni ho so obi the court say me person mu interpret this article actually say obi ntumi nko omampani mpan miensa no mu nchekire mu nchire mi a obotumi a empanda ajagefo aba betena so aka say Mahama de wa ne 2 terms na ntoa so eye nchitwe mu nti obosun atumi adan akobio no wanya kran asan adan akose eye tetem that is the idea
any papa mba o man mu
ensa ye na ye hwe na MPP mobia take MPP for granted say you lose aba MPP is one of the formidable political party from UP even Lawrence Abroso Kumi Preko Abroso Abaye Abroso Yevani say don't call me Abroso MPP for eye adwuma kodu time one ye ba mu na woko Supreme Court wa wo embrace sa eba Ghana mama kabim kabi course ni na ebo ho say MPP versus Attorney General MPP versus 24 versus Attorney General these are all MPP members what person what tent in Ghana ama yosabe no na kabim kabi na ye adwuma so we continue to fight all legitimate means here embrama kwan say ye faso no ye ba faso ekudi say Mahama ne sa 3 term no entumi ye adwuma na embe mu nso because the law doesn't allow it adeba konso a me di twem no e wona adwim o person ye ne say o person set up another what you call the regional and district tribunals
yeah
that district tribunals the obeya ne say MPP for na adwin ne say watombra ana waye boni bi eti o man no on fa ne call the traditional court not now call this community and then regional tribunal no appointed chairman for about to twano then they will decide and then they will throw MPP members into prison but let us say we will resist any oppressor's rule we will never allow anybody to turn the country upside down because of opportunity when you say on Ghana. Yeah, the Ghana, you're talking about Manchester, yeah, well, yeah, the Ghana show on Sasa, yeah, where paddy.
Okay. I was how you went to me radio 95.9 movement television or Asugu where you movement in the morning you made me did the Royal Chris Arthur Esquire and I pay menino AG and Kumui. But what came MPP a formidable party, MPP say do you think the state of MPP now after election 2024 no is the same MPP who ni mwana because as a and Kabomuni party as a Hobia Namnibe B Crawford and all that. Do you still think we have a formidable party here? Obetimi sorry in terms of
Dawuro. So Obina Jinchani there. MPP yako position ma dede kakra wo ye munti party no rugwa ana ejije no uzagoro. No, onyim party na abakosem. Onyim even political parties in Ghana abakosem. So party ko ekwa abatu no ye lusu a. Eh natural. People will express their sentiments. People will say so many things. Na ebi mada ana abi abada. Ye wo dance die. Ghana ha obia ni ho a wakọ election first term and first time we win obi obakọ election obi win bi okọ no first second obi kura kọ no 3 times as we nya na sa party na de no kọ ye no naturally de ye dey ebe mu se okọ no we nya nti me hu say MPP party o ha bia be mu sa o na ye kọ internal election say ya na esi Dawuro me in 2015 MPP headquarters. So that we are aware.
Yes.
What in some way see here?
Yes.
The then chairman, the first vice, and then the general secretary were all against the presidential candidate of Akufo-Addo. They were all fighting against him. When I know what I petitioned the removal of Kwabena Japan. Now when you read the report, the committee says that if MPP wins in 2016, Chris Arthur is one of the factors. When you read that report, the disciplinary committee report. Okay, so committee, the petition against Kwabena Japan. Many abronya na choye. Okay, many abronya. Yes, many abronya. Me know me also that for that. Many abronya na true petition. Yes, I was the lead. Yeah, lead petitioner. Me na me choye. Na me ni mpanimfo an wata amachiri. Woni mi sa ade a wo ye na ye. Nende was a table ne tan nti ne won fa sankrofo na. What yes, abonity party and one because we want power. We want what's that about the amnesty? Yeah, can you see in Penifua no more tie with in Penifua what tie I didn't yes I'm gonna cause I'm into you like the petition the coin Omojitum said yes this is the right thing that we have to do now what can say tia or brand course that time remember Ghana for and Kasampa Ghana for MPP so you say short memory we don't want that tag again say you may real free in some way see who say asamisi na yakoye nim a yemu bi ha yede tu ekire na yakoye nim but so person oka kanye na wo kire say you are not the holy than thou you are the saint they will remember you will remind you say this was your position anameboa why some na okay I don't want to mention names because mara me nyobia me yet nyande ya make catch and kakra you me count in fact me competition but when you go and read that I was the Tescom president former Tescom president Kumasi University near creative student Yadiaman Nanado na de den to kwa party office wo for the blade of office wo no obu party no na bi muso akobo so wo meche ne nkoshe ba bi wa microphone fake police uniform so mo meche ne say what the MPP account bi na wo towers sa sika no ene na omampani dano candidate Akufo-Addo use nte illegal a criminal offense he should be arrested. I was informed through Asenso me bonamende then the rare police people rushed there and saved the situation into the mensa ma godo here ya fam what in yimda I mean that period me ye petition hearing ye wie wo national head office me that baby 3 times and Sunday change because that me for open national security for hacking me phone everywhere I go they will trace me in fact chama won me e ma me keda ko fodua ma me e fan Linda door yeah me fi ho anadwuna na yes I friend me say e ho kra so nye safe I have to live there because they were positioned that time hwe tamale yakoto aba national election yakoto ma Tamale Koto, but won't say to be to ye.
Yes.
Oh, baby, for parliament, oh, Tamale Krum Hall.
Yes.
Me, Samuel Kunyandi, were the target.
Yeah, make parliament incidents.
Where the target? Yamena ya don't you do what you feel wana to ye. All these things had happened. And so MPP to me ye Juma 2016. And ye the biggest victory history had been ye there and by that time. Into Morocco to be me as a young man looking at what we have passed through as a party no ebumabe mukra. Now BBA also I more about this time. Because then the NTB da. Ura Alan versus Nanado. And Alan or the helicopter there campaign. And Akufado Okoshia delegates war different constituency. Or to one Alan the helicopter the ABC park so the delegates na Akufado in Wakasa no one sorry no Okosha Alan because that's the cash man. So if today somebody saying things or cash to spray and to make things that them or be my years here, this is normal thing. I did any admission for Kwaku University and Ako Law School. Every book, every law book, you want to read it. This is initial gagra. The rare game will come. And those who led us this stage will never be forgiven. We will remind them. And when you may all these processes, we will remind them. In the now, the new post that there's a prophecy biaba. Also, Obi Bayo Mampani, and that prophecy no name da baye me yankofubia me ofi tech abe won post. The prophecy says that Oyi Bayo Mampani ba omi de onyada. Now they believe in prophet. Now they believe in prophecy. Is it not the same people who said that all prophets are fake? Now today some prophets are genuine and they are giving prophecy and they are so happy with it.
A very important question.
I am one.
Those who say they are not Christians.
They said they will not go to church. They don't believe any Christian. They don't believe any church.
Target some big gun sorry.
Because they come on radio and explain to people say Nyankopon man ya dwen your so for na beche unyansa, which in some way true or false. But principle must stand. If then asofo ina ya akronfo asofo ina ya draw ewi you to me trade the su and asofo give and take. Now the same asofo ni bi e come and now then come no is for your favor.
Afi bi nu kokko bi asofo bi edan mu
eko chop pictures eko social media
eko stress omonsian komo.
Whoever caused the downfall of the family members must not ask how they were healed. Wa old man ebusuano hwe ase no e me kire yen se eye den no nia no wengu no onya hoden. Until we remind everybody yendu ho yen the party brother a kire yen say internal campaign ni grouping simple de yenjai the yen trying say party ni be nomination. But once the party has said this no, some group of people they decided say one day Baumia de Jamoye Ascat.
So they will go against the party,
him.
The party
rules, no? Now what about social media? Then they want to say even and this is a comment made by my own friend Kwaku is it from Paul? Kwaku Kwaten. That even a Kufado who introduces Baumia no more support him. And that
I've seen that statement.
And that is his news banner. That it is now a story for them that Akufo-Addo doesn't support Baumia. Could let's go to history.
Okay.
Share. In 1990, prior to 2000 election, the reason why the then Professor Mills lost the election was that Ghanaians were thinking that Professor Mills was coming to do the same thing as President Rawlings was doing, and that he will be controlled. And yes, sir.
Yes.
And the Ghana found to about President the then Professor Mills because of the perception that President J.J. Rawlings be control. No.
Yes.
And yes, sir. Near to Abanama President Kufuor.
Yeah.
Now President Kufuor Efisono, Ura Alan Chamatene Nana Akufo-Addo emerge.
Yeah.
The perception was that Omampeni Kufuor was supporting Alan Kyerematen. MPP party members voted against Alan Kyerematen because of one perception that you are coming to do just as President Kufuor was also doing. In 2012, the same thing happened. Oh, CCA de Kufuor support Ura Akufo-Addo. So they voted again against Akufo-Addo. When in 2016, when President Mahama was campaigning, knowing the fact is that Omampeni Moss or your unpopular and he started mentioning, even refusing mention President Moss in his campaign.
In fact, all the projects are credited to himself, including Atuabo Gas, University of Ghana Medical Hospital, all those projects.
In all this, Ghana for who he said, "Newutibiano, President Moss, they voted against him." So they voted for President, the then candidate Akufo-Addo, because at that time, in a Ghana for who said Akufo-Addo, you know if he Omampeni Kufuor, and what about the man? And he said, Ebra, 2024 primaries. Yes, say, Omampeni Akufo-Addo, a per se control party. Enti okuhesin krofo or shem krofo bi say chinchin amon support Baumia
emomotu so a system candidate.
Or a system candidate enu nti e na ora Kennedy Japan etumi di phone to na phone so obema Akufo-Addo showdown.
Yeah,
he dared the president of the land. So I dare you. I dare you. And then ya to abeyi na ewie ya odi nkuguo no na asemi na han say people voted for Baumia because Akufo-Addo coerced them. Force womo no mo to me na ko hwe aba ye to wo bono in that premise. Me na me ko hwe aba ye to wo bono. Aba ye to wo bono. Me na me ko hwe ye. Everybody was given his own freedom to vote. Ya enforce obia ya chinchin obia nsa. Obia nya na de. But owie no okekreти monster bi say wo show bi wo force obi na nti na chidifo no kra ye pampam wo. Assuming without admitting that that was right, that was the fact. As I may see in Noah. Now the same Akufo-Addo, who supported Baumia was abomination, was not ethical, was against the party rules, is against fairness. Now the same Akufo-Addo says that the perception that he is not supporting Baumia, and now he is supporting you, and that your boys, that is their trump card, and that is what they are posting. Akufo-Addo support, and that 55 out of 88 MPs have now endorsed Kennedy Japan, and that is a glory.
A fallacy.
Not them not and then that or nine or good news. And
then they say a president Akufo-Addo support to and then when he had
another good news. And Akufo-Addo near say on ye bad on ye one man ye or mama ye koto kum no or kotun sem no kansam. What kasa iti ana magana photo wa dream say Akufo-Addo mbo man ye eni na support Baumia Ghana fan to aba man no and Akufo-Addo no wo say o support omonabo Kennedy Japan e good news nti say o support Baumia e bad MPs ya wo parliament ya wo say that time when do say Baumia na enye na mfa kwan mu now just recently the minority leader gave instruction and gave one of the interviews on UTV say MPs there wakachi we na won say neutral. Now is it the case that somebody want to enjoy that endorsement?
In fact, MPs no
do
a few of the MPs are more edi honorable Kennedy Japan.
You're more right.
Obi ntimi take it
yes
from the but I can tell you say majority of the MPs no are still with Dr. Baumia. And you see that there are few of them na omo Dr. Baumia I been decided say they will either sit on the fence or they will join honorable Kennedy Japan. A handful.
Emmanuel,
we know them. We know.
And so honorable Kennedy Japan, the campaign manager.
Yes. Kwame Osu.
Yes,
their condition man.
Yes, yes, who are resign.
Also a few.
Yes.
If I Mr. Pombi Okra, Osu, Nili Pombi wana.
Opombio.
Yeah, no so yat say so no so.
Ayo. Isa yeah kekaba.
MPs ni bi wo hono mo a no mo support Baumia in the last election. We are told say now Ibinuma decided say on be support honorable Kennedy Japan. I don't think there's any problem with
that. There's no problem, but Masamene say these people are why was supporting the men there? Kwaku Kwatin in the boys. Kwesi Kwatin able to 55/88. Good news. Baumia is a naked person. Now, the same issue happened. What's on yet? Or as the one, my MPC may head them. Akufo-Addo may head them. And if Akufo-Addo is showing support for you, what is even perception? What is I have no evidence to confirm or deny. If you are happy with that one there, then the principle will work.
Well, I don't even think so. I will think say President Akufo-Addo. There be a mechanic say na President Akufo ye no. Onye sa. Papa Akufo we na dwuma no. From polling station to flag bearer, we never heard anywhere. This a BC Amante. Say President Akufo say my choice is near for regional chairman. My choice near for national chairman. And now my choice near for flag bearer. Yante President Akufo nka. And even between yente nka on any choice. Party ni candidate we are.
No endorse.
Now I endorse exactly. Party no for general election.
Yes.
And the President Akufo-Addo we win na dwuma. Yes rano. Onko tena no home. It's your statement. We party issue.
Say they won't say one say opening Kufuor nka no. Sa asemu ya so won't say o mampeni Akufo-Addo so.
No.
Ono so nka sai.
Publicly maintain.
Ya manfo na kensem. Na ni na ya manfo game but game na mi bisa say. And the Akufo-Addo no support na ye ma omo. Time na was the man Baumia and say yeah. And that the side Akufo-Addo support no what the mom yeah. I mean no more campaign na.
Chris,
that is my issue.
Na Temopoku and the minimum soon attorney be a beka ho. Why Tema your usual
me kwani now from Aboko bia to Agboba. I say
Mango na be dem. And then soon they had
usually honey taking bare 20 minutes and it took me 1 hour 27 minutes.
In fact, we put me pona minim say na obit me aba. But in no ye ma kwaba. Okay, nti abobon send be so from Chief Justice and this lawyers are equal against the Chief Justice RBT party internal issues nti maybe I'll be fair bia.
Yo, me start with Chief Justice so. We dey mean say Ghana ha e obi anwanwa. Because before ombebo aban mu no from Omampeni to the messenger in NDC no. They may declare to Ghanaians. So omoba omba den. Ombe yinefio. Na se wo court na wasem enye papa. Asem a de ko na enye papa. For instance, ye nyina be kai. Emrom ko ye election petition. Ba 70. So munti bi da.
Yeah.
And ya party court and na court na ye. Emrom ye internal election. Omankasa current chairman, the then secretary, general secretary. Also, omo court no muni nyina so.
Yes.
Na no muni sen commitment famra debi so ananka. Oma ya ma yenya genmensa abedi adanse ama. You knew you didn't have evidence. Your ma judgment no so no was yesisiu. So, yes. You know, Obia no Ghana for no, we should have known their game plan. But unfortunately, you know, say at ye my referee. Emra yetra ye no. Ni e free. And what ni amani hunu any doom sonny sanya manema na ekomu no. And in TSO, ya call reset. Etini ni yakwa sonny there. Say we crowd there, ye still cry na ye say attorney general kra ma me gina ho ama petitioners ni bi. Na sen ka attorney general so be gina ho. Na je say ehun say eye clear. Say attorney general e gina ho ama yewura mahama. Na address no so no. Na nka ni ehun. Eti we de enye sebi enye assembly a eye nwanwa de boroso. Eti no let the game play but ni esiso mu ni say o wi of onsa no. Now so there. Because power there, even if it takes 24 years or even I said Rollins better now, so 19 years and a power as a sign. So Papa be or turn drone or can I say 2 million. Yes, you will be 2 million. As a sign. Sekaya and Kaya Nanka NDC ye 2 million. Omuya power there and then can say, but they say 2 million mania. Etino, no matter what they do, their power never says. Etini, I will shout to Hono, as a son. Sana was why then,
They say we in Crawford the wo yes eh. E TV mo transfer 16 years ah. Obi anim said that once within that 16 years why you fa adwuma bia no 16 years no so ada na esa won so ye den. Wan kasa no afi akoma no ayi adwuma to dance e bi wadi. Very simple. Very simple. They are not there.
A big problem.
Yeah.
Because we almost set a bad precedence.
Ya kwa ya nima mo ba no ma san twa san enti. Ya kwa ya nima na ma twa san enti. Just say I don't even know. Oh say enna da bia madam for bi kan. O say hey. Say wo pese wo hu say ne obonsam dem ti a ahwe ndisi amamu. Pepe. So, Dawuro say.
Also, person
send your obonsam
jembeya.
Ebeya, trendi si amamu.
And onipa na asem bed as radio. As be say NDC for your obonsam agent to Ghana. Enti no okay esa o matwa to no a. In fact, listen buy me who lawyers are agina for the petitioners no. And I'm say oh, enti mo de mo ya ade kura mo nkata ho kakra. Mo ya boni a mo nkata ho kakra.
Omo so mu nsuro.
Omo ya boni with their chest out.
Yes. Na nya omo MP ba ku kan Galamsey ho asewi. We ya bi a. Just omo nya ohun. Obonsam ya ade a onsuro. Onsuro.
Okay.
That is how they are. On internal politics, no. Dawuro, I think media you have always known my style. Say, Sebi, be a constituency officer. So, and your fair. Say, and I be a electoral commission crotova.
Yeah.
So, and your fair say, about tonight, radio so, I call baby na makoka se anase me se na me gina ha ana me gina ha na me de ne amesre party for ni se sebi akonya to a aprapre beba ba aprapre no etwamu a aprapre ni twamu a asise fiejo na oman no konanim
anka no ne obi expectation
aprapre etwam oh na me de ne yam ya ne se sam penifo mienu ya yesi ejina o machi no omuhia we ko obi ne nyonko fie o we ko ne nyonko fie nenti adenti na ye pese ye ho se ye pese ye suban se ye more pope ye more catholic than the pope wo ai roman father obeso o kire se unim catholic asem echen pope oh just say say ye ma ifiejo because me just Dawuro me dwen ho amenti ase me dwen ho a I just can't understand why say ye pese ya na minim se sankrofo ensu bu onso so a eja mo kwaje pa wirenfo bi afi NDC for ona there's some person dey say party na I can't understand because obi a wo say wo som MPP pa osunu kokroko ni de enema ni bi o ha na emu chese emu oyiram me all this one say enra say akwa bi asem bi o de beto social media and ye say and we ya say and we ya say and je minim guy na me frɛ no enam say asem a wo kan nyina ha no one kasa at one breath wo say wo evidence near there wa de beba nti se nka wo ye bema nka wo de wo video no beto ho no na nka de evidence na to anya sa na wo be gina ha keka nkrofo ti bom aden what will you get oh chairman say ne there we dey adem say do obi account ye nyina ye ka no na ke say enso ye di position ye ho na am say there bi who good party no chese as say party members no obi a wo say wakoma mu do MPP there ese ye kan ya no tum kakra ye hu se ne ye be kan ya no tum na wo de ma wa asem wo tirim ye koto abawie wo si we na wo support ye to wie na se wo sun osono kokroko a se Dawuro ababa ko eto na woni ba bia nam gina nanso no I am one of the people in my constituency campaign me tamsi ma pampam so what I say
yes
because a party na mesom the party was there before every individual ansa no bia individual bia be join the party no also no go no
matcha senya woken say ankana papa mu a ya to aba nkugudi e bae no ebo adwene ntiase so anka party no be ma ne ho ahome kakra na ansa na party na sha se obeye adwuma but amunu mu hono mu ape ni nipa ne bi asore na nsem ni bi ho so e ka na eso bi so be yi ano because one o ka so wo so wo ja to no ameyi ano a enu bere abesore se wo be kasa na se ye wiewio enti no e ba sa na ma de no handle no aya homete se party fo nyina se wo chen wo poku a e bi akanya ne se ye ebire
Dawuro ma me kan sam kiro hwe yese openi odie matemante mewa nya sa nyampenifo
sa nyampenifo
look hwe se enye your personal interest aya asem kan me nyina hanka se obi personal interest but enye your personal interest sebi ye you penny now the party n'anima wo de mo obi anka na obeka fa ho se wo ye wadwuma anye bi akora ne se wo no se amerikane na wo nko biem a wo tena ho na wo be ko biem so wo de tena ho na ka wano tum so temi de na se but the moment you try to justify you open the floodgate
na chichama Ghana politics there wo ka wano tum anye you because o chama opoku tuwe ena metro bibi fa ho na ba newspaper mu no wa me yi ano a na fa ne say no kre sana Ghana politics na ye and that you be quote online be publication or ya fa cha mo poku no aka say senya no kra nko be yi ano
eye because sebi ye nyansa ne yadi nim no ana wo fam kakra so ho na me say no because sebi wo ye pani na wo ti krom na ne ye be kan fa ho bia be ka se obe yi ano a otuko koso eba betena bedwem eba be yeden ebe yi asem bia no so temi de na se sana se eba no na che se MPP party no ye nyina ye pese ye kire se look wi asemu sebi ai abofo kra nyankopon bo no omo nyepew ye wo archangels ene ye wo nyom didi ho ne wo nyom di ho ana Dawuro mboa enti no eye den ni nyina ekọ join ni ku a ye nyina ye pese ye ho se obi anya obi ye nyina ye pe enti ye kasa kra na we don't put any measure on our utterances ye mfa ho se asema ye kan ye di panin bi atem ye mfa sebi panin bi a obetima wo o maame kro ho no obetima wo no ye betena se ni ye di na tem anya fe enti ese party ma yesesa nsuban asese yesesa min yotwe enya adoa ye nyina no we are guilty of that offense then sakra na after all yesi ye the party na gise na ebe ya MPP party Ghana ebe fa ne ntomo apa efra na ye party ni kura keke no eni ye ntimi nya fache sunzum na ne omanga na de benden nkwalanso edi ekire omo hwe anante ndi yenhwe bribi
obia hwe nema Ghana phones so hwe and we should also know say na we can say based on these issues be enema ekotia in the last election internal party apre say anim sema nipa ekan nti say party na nsu bibia enfirimu na we can at the end of the day no send this phones go omo ho twen anacha if they do election they will come back and tell Ghana present the same thing to Ghana. I think so.
And MPP for that. Yeah, mana broso. And yes, yeah, mana broso.
But me problem I want to say last week me can want some more. me a problem with party leadership because party leadership yera afimu omo issue directives be say me nsa ba kokra ni hono mo matimi da adwuma enti party directive no eba na obi busu a yentwe nipa na so chairman ni hagya ne sa na party a yade mra ba yentwe aso no na ne mra ne yade be den ade emunya ye na obi anya ne obeye because yade aba ema obi en campaign na nkrofo campaign yade aba ema obi national officer bia nkwa abonten na say party officer bia nkwa abonten enko declare support mo obi na nkrofo declare yade aba yenya me kwan for yintisi obi enko from police station to yi obi enko yi na nkrofo so ye and say yade balance
platforms so flyers and nam so
yes baby nkrofo ehia nkrofo na no say me ha no obi afra me fi Eastern region say hey Alina, who said my own to me, I grant interview last week, said General Secretary Directive Ninti on call rounds. Now, main cancer the same crop, what about how Mama Betty Committee, a year, Mama Munity Chema, Madia, or man the Tia say, and crop call round. Eji Obia, man. So, party no, and ma and far party directive no, Juma. And a party penny function no, ain't me and king or more or mubu directive. So, Chairman. And they said now you set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, because it's a woman. My papa can't say me or say if you say. When you be our shamra. Na ye marafon kra man nye juma. Na chire no wetu mase samara no.
Okay.
Na sa wo shamra no amana nye juma da ba shamra papa no.
Amafon so fa nye.
Amafon fa nye juma. Se wo. Asem no enti me de. Me no de masema make simple. Say leadership in MPP no I break it down right down from national to police station executive. Very simple. Very very simple. And to see a person party in ye dia ye ma discipline. You see a society without rules and regulations no. And then ye nyina ye sorry ye kan brochira no. And yes abrofo go mu ye angel so. Emra ye adwuma. Enti wo ye hwan a emra be chew. Emra chew nso a ene obey den. Ene obedi. Ye kuro mu ha. Category of people bi ha emra nchewom.
Dabi.
So obi a kese what V18 na ye tuntum na wo ba wo betima committee any traffic offense. Police ni hu obe salutu.
Na bi obi arabi say oye in today's event planning. No event be or tamale. Na time bitino. Now per flight wenya. And will be advising you so uncle high V8. No so hazard. Or say or high V8 so hazard. Anything can do tamale and you know checkpoint be.
This is a society we have built. Say and marani so a category of people. So what I say na sebi say yentima se sa de no. Right down from the bottom to the top. Minia, yanko baby. Me be ya yi traffic a boss wa obia ni abre. Obia ni abrio. Agbo ba kwan so. V8 bi aso ne kan ya bo amnem e ma police form timoto sunsuo no guom so. E san say V8 nti police no kra anane moto nani. Na nka me na me de me car e bo nsuo gu police so a. Nka bi anka ba de san ya lock me. Adentia. Why is it so? Oh, and you know, this is where our problem is. This is the bane of our problem. Yamano yentimi anso anu wo party no mu dia. Ene mini hwe ye nuanom NDC for. Ye breaki emra after election e wo kroma.
Yeah.
What is here, obi akwa kogina
obi ani ho.
And you ka say saadi we to aso a ochina ombetima che president ombetima ko president fie akwa shena enti eye ababia ye dua
ada tia hwe betwa
na we enisi ye twa so o
edutwa bre no a enye fe
Dawuro enisi ye twa so o e wo MPP mo ye twa ye aba no so esi etu ase
why ni tu ase
na nka party mpanifo no esi so mutu ase so muntu ase dia grassroots for no edu time ya de to me na share nsem se nkotusu a na etu ase by bringing on board a different person altogether. Now omo camp yes no ni apamu mu nyina. Nasa. I see. Na etwecha.
Because me dey me worry.
Yes, emra. Oh yeah, national executive. No akwatena radio so. No yes me support we. On Canada say me support we na ni
me support ko. O dey me ntwa no. O say ansem yo ha o say yes piri hu. National executive ben dey ate say wa kai sade.
Na first vice on here.
What's the national executive?
No nya executive.
Why first vice ben? Why na first vice so. Is it a booty?
Oh yeah dey. O support one.
Oh, one day one kokaso support to but oko bashi party no on radio, which is wrong.
Okasa tier party.
Yes.
Can say na I said the man say obi support you obi.
Okay. No, any support no. Say directives na buy no. All right. Directives are could you add buy no. Asema no can say anybody abokotena
now the
I to bring the name of the party into disrepute.
Me fact my booty sounds of no ne ho ye me ho.
Yes, yanyai. Am I no to grant ye invite Adwo Asafo ekọ
disciplinary committee. Yare fe usu ben panso ko.
Enti no. Adenti.
Ba di omko ho wie no den esi.
Okay, say dey bia omo esi ne yentumi into radio.
That omo nya from cry.
Na say address no. Edinka address no omo yesa no. Na ka letter follow.
On the 6th of February press conference bi ko so Kumasi. To me buy pen and bekan we fidie so say party mpanifo say party man ketwa no e sha ase say omubu party ni mre so na wan twema so a mpanifo no eba mu a it will be difficult for you to take action because an kan ketwa na ye na wo twema so a na ye nsen na ho ma foforo now I won't say big fish is nyina eba nju ka so suspend ya Adwo Asafo Chema Buti Owusu Bempa hwan. Then you are getting into an arena. Won't mean control. And say see aponi and I won't mean control. Na see be kwan na nkrofo tisi mu so mbeye adwuma ombebogumba obey da control.
Normal example. Don't make abenya. Nkrofo bi bae. Am say concerned members of patriotic movement. Ebe press conference there near Metia party mra. You suspend you. I refer to disciplinary committee.
If you know why you do me boy.
If you know why you discipline committee the report about you better so. Nya recommendation beba no. Nya dey ayadwuma. Simple.
Ke opoku me da say. Anti Grace my yenya na monitor fa na ko ti aka wo kan so
anta ka one issue you say dollar ko femti I nyama boy
in fact me who propaganda be weekend say yes cement free 120 aba 83 cedis. And I say na dey omoto am cement no he
aminia say anu bi na ye kan say o man na kasa na chichire no ye wo a obetumi ayo nanso kasa dene kasa ndada na ebinumo de digitum na ode dada nkrofo abi de minim say da chin sa asem be nti ye to abewie ya ye de Ghana share o mampeni Mahama nsape na meme ko dwom na me kwaje eniama ebo
okay your priceless
because me priceless to ho because ye nim say ndisi for
we dey sorry you say enipa mi nsandra nsu e flag enipa mi nsan wu adenta wow
ya mo die on kafra
mo busia
nti Dawuro me mantwen say me ko ho ayiwe ye kose wo
na
kose nie
o di kose ni ba
evidence kose we 3 cities say okay 2 cities na 1 city
na 1 city kose no
yes 100% what increment we koko utokoko a no atokose
o di koko nso ba
we January na 3 cities we koko we man koto wo Islegon
Dabi
man koto wo Lapam me to wo we chi here bifi ebe your friend say baby atenka radio
car price
wa maybe we see say 5 cities
we ni koko ekura we
koko 5 cities milk ka ho a 7 cities
ni ekura we 5 cities
milk no atre no ni enu a 2 cities nti be se no be gu ade we mu a 7 cedis.
Cocoa crow here 5 cedis.
Yes, 5 cedis.
I said we are going 2 years grab it man.
Cocoa 5 cedis. Now me we no me kodom. Sisi abi person me hu niam ebo. And now koto tomatoes. Foforo tomatoes 1 box here. In January 2025, January few we ya ahye no. No mo ton 1,200.
Okay.
And this is say 2,000.
1,200 to 2,000.
Yes, and there say 2,000. Uko to onion. Jenny. January, na 900. Adaka ba ko. And this is 1,400. Banche a yedia minua. And that 1 bag 180. 180 Ghana, 180. And then say 300. Uko to banche from Bodriase, uko to baby and then 300. Brody and near 15 cities and they're 17 cities. Body drew near 15 cities.
Drew.
Yeah, drew, body drew.
Yeah.
Near 15 cities, 20 cities, and then 70 cities.
Coco 450 Ghana.
And near channel, 7 cities is here. Near channel, Nanka 3 cities and then 7 cities. Bayre, Boba, Nanka 7 cities, a bit 10 cities, a bit 17 cities, no. And then near 27 cities, a 40 cities. Bayre 10 cities and then 50 cities, Bayre Baku. 17 cities and 60 cities, Bayre Baku. Oko Ntroba.
Oka Bayre na mekai biribi KKD say akoto Bayre opebem.
Yes.
Bayre Baku di obedi akufo ado atem KKD.
Yes. Bayre no board.
Akoto Bayre Baku 50 cities. Eno kwa na opebiri o. Na Bayre ho ayedin.
Why are these people now?
Bene nso to no Bayre puma no edu 70 cities ni 60 cities.
Me na make church Ntroba Garden X. 1 bag na ye 1,100.
Miko 1 week mampo hene 1 week amba edweso Bayre miensa 200 Ghana.
Yes, obeto
edweso
200 Ghana. Ntroba no na ye 1,100 and na ye 1,800. Kosia 1 crate na ye 40 cities due to ton 50 cities and ye ton 40 70 cities and 45. And chene bag ba na ye find say 90 cities and ye 150 Ghana cities. Osha engo mimbo brand bi edin engo 25 liters and 500 Ghana cedis and 700 Ghana cedis. Oko engo koko 5 liters and 60 cedis and 100 cedis. Akekedro ginger akekedro ye de ye aduane baby na 1,000 bag ba ko 1,300 and 2,200 akekedro bag ba ko mako ye pepper fresh na 1,200 and 1,800. Uko beans ya yedugu gari ni edia na 1,200 and 1,900. A bro bag ba na 1,100 and 1,400.
I see.
A bro bag ba ko.
It's $4 na e basic commodity say
yan de bia na fo hia. Ya de bo
$1
we ye dabio.
So serious.
Mabu Ghana resetting that price and medama we are resetting price.
And just within 5 months.
Within 5 months. And cement bought from 2000 you dey find the 2020-24. A fee a year 45 Ghana cedis, able do 85 Ghana cedis within 4 years. From January to now, cement a fee 85 Ghana cedis could do 1,250. 125 Ghana cedis. Within just 4 months, you
from 85 to
just within 4 months. How many percentage increment from 45 to 85? Now here that also it's not about you find say 35 Ghana cedis.
Yeah,
in a shape.
Yeah,
from 85 to 125. Now here about Ghana. 40 Ghana within just how
in fact
5 months.
Oh, you cry sunflower, you know, not or turn 150 and then. 250 100 cedis ton.
Enti Ghana for say yeah mbo boy hiding banche boy hiding enti ya to abedi tia MPP ni ba o the rare price na be
na aba no
yegusu so
the reset
price yegusu aye
na onim ni ya wo makoto ababo ni to muntimi nkasa wo obi akwa na hye ne ho
sa wo say kromo a wo so timbi
obi akwa na hye ne ho
ma ehye ohun so kwato say ya no ye ndisi no da hye ne ho na propaganda omodi ato social media the commodity price have come down. Cement even assume say cement aba from 125 aba 85 just 3 months in a true. In a could do ne da yankasa me say that me cement.
I feel no Katie Hammond air can say a quite cement price and air conti. There should be some sort of regulation. And this is for the authority. And I feel the unya all the propaganda. What the propaganda to do near memu opposition. What about them the propaganda to tell you? Okay, I said all your gallon no. Yes. Now yeah 600 cities. And this is for the propaganda driving ya man could do 1,006. And now what about them for the propaganda and the person driving your money free? That's all about film.
Now it won't happen. Cry Mr. Bakune say. Once or Mark was sa good campaign actually say or more ede ato
on members
of the forces on Monte Yamaso. When everything is okay, yeah, Ghana ya practice free market. In Sadia no bonus said yet no say ne bonne say ya. Now unkwa de kosura eye market na ebe for so na ode down. It is a modore ya aba fami say enya infect ya. The odi dua no ankasa no be hu se so wante ne de no so a. Kwaku mensa oto ne de wo ha no ade wate so. When you see say omu ina ante so omu ina agina baby omu gina it means omuji there was wasam na wo kan mu no e wo fem because they know say I just come off right
cosmetic
I dey a wo dey mritia bia mu achara 2 months 3 months e be say den asori biem me me ka say na atwa to no minia ye na ye ni ma dey Ghana mfa so kase a mampane ekufu ado ne ba me dey ma ye free education minia ndi America say free education say enkwala no awofo aha caterers any aduane ede man kwala no medie because aduane ankwala no di wo school no enya de papa and this is for challenges say education ni na aduane die say Ghana school no say papa na say papa no aduane die nti wotumi ko traffic video picture no de aduane abato and na make say wo confront pem senior high school awofo a wo momba no fi outside Cape Coast no omo ide aduane ede kro na ede kama wo mo ansa na nkwala na akoma ede auto muyem ntam say yamre nasi ni ameka na say
enra ma mi bi na last week ma mi ba ha say ne ba yeso muntu registration fee e wo ne ba no obenkum senior school enti opemwa na last year ne ba no entu ahwe na this year yeso ne man into registration na omunsa entu atua na maybe enka ho wa ba ha na ba so say me nche ne baby bi hu na boken na me sure Rabo Kendi met me just call my or call my say no so say or na moye program nti o ma ho no abaha and je ne hu na boken amana dia ye che ma untumi enche ne baby bi hu no na me si ma hu se waba eba honorable Ken eba che ma untumi ye ka kire mo say John Mahama ba school no betu aka o se won pere o ba kwa koto abatia na na Akufo-Addo ene ba omia ene Nana Akufo-Addo toyi ka ho past questions edi ma mo mai so munsua no mo pass nko mo se mo mpe o se registration fee unya ananya no nko me see feed ni ya woken saban so baji feed na 30% of enkwale wo school na no they go back home
and they will soon pay liable
because they cannot pay
they will soon pay liable school for ne be cha enche mo cha liable
chemapoku ba cho yempon
yo Dawuro entimi de masem kakra meka de aso opening the issue with the propaganda etoto ne mamu a wontimi fa propaganda
enti so
eti ye nyina no Ghana ye yia eyemayen but entro emfa ye nko ba bia so entro emfa ye nko ba bia na efei Ghana for se megidisi ye besua bibia fim na amma yankwaye enkrofo a yese ye yare ayudefie yare enti sesi ano na ye yudefri endi si amambo de na nke ye hu bida seni oman yi koye enso no yamfa ye den yamfa ntu ye hofo eni ye besisem ena ye den eni ye nto aba ene wo hwehwe ayi wuntumi hwehwe ayi Canada Japan kwaji school fees na anye bia no Dawuro esisi nyina nso yesua atirimoden kakra because esan say yenye yensua atirimoden nti no ema Ghana fo nyina yetirimu ye de onim say me koto ababɔ ne kura ne nya ho susan so a me kɔ me wɔ fa wa me wɔ fa metima akɔ gire na agibi wɔ hɔ na wo bae na nka ɛpono kura yɛ mia ma wa next time wo koto aba obani so wo be careful no ato abapa
but the chairman bi ho ana one anya kokudro ba bibiti say Oman FM want to meet radio no they bia na we party bampo nti aya ebu aten say akasa bonkoto aba na manto no anya akra hwa na wo sai so ebu no so abem dada because nye ni mpeni na ekoto aba ma ma wo
abato no
nti wa hwa wishi obi anim
no abato no abato no enye wo nko awo dia obeto ne hia
exactly
wo aha na wote a ni ote wo nchen wa ha 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 esisa wo kan sempa ne kire wo na edu emra ye koto aba na watwe wo madi wachi ami akoto aba na wanye sa de na obi ankoto aba pa na wo nko akoto a MPP supporters ye afiwe floating voters anto aba man enu ti na nya 41%
yen crofo anto aba man be na floating voters anto aba man yen crofo no subo afo manko floating voters so ankoto chama
entino
medamase
Dawuro yenso ye dase
abusia Rapolo Opoku first vice chairman ema NPP
man chairman no chairman Robert Osei Bonsu me mwacha no pay
na na say Michel Court Michel chairman ayo court
Robert Osei Bonsu anopa mi chiao nyame ntonfo na mu na omo ahoden na timi pia do me kwa benyama no nani
do me kwa benyana obi si yanchim 5 no Iraq is after and so a member of the New Patriotic Party or a private legal practitioner and pay many penny for me any din komo me di Kwaku Dawuro me da technical and production team ni nyina Iraq is Kwaku so me da na